I'm about to bust. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the bathroom. Oh, good
26
Lord.
to 7. Let's dance, Taylor. You know what I mean? Let's dance. All right, here we go. What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Happy Thursday evening over here. Thanks for watching. Karen, first comment right here. Hi, Matt. Hi, producer Vinny. What is up, Karen? Thank you for being here. We have Thursday Night Football. We have the Raiders taking on the Broncos. It's a division game. Should be a good one right here. You know what I mean? Go Pack, go absolutely right there. You know what I mean? And we can talk Packers. We can talk about this game, whatever you want to do. Thanks for everyone who tuning in. And how are we doing tonight, Vinny? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. You know what I mean? We got Montana Kid in the building. So give me your thoughts, Vinny. What do you think about this game? Raiders, Broncos, who'd you pick? What's your thoughts?
Broncos all the way on this one.
Yeah.
They're not going to be beat at home. They're having a great year.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. I'm not sure anyone picked the Raiders. We should see. Erica said, "What's up, Matt and Vinny?" You know what I mean? Yeah, we're having a good time. It's Thursday evening. You know what I mean? We have ourselves. I think it's going to be a good game. Although I think the Broncos could pull out, early and kind of extend this thing, but we're going to see because it is a division game. We'll see if the Raiders can kind of keep them in check. But I fully expect the Broncos to win this thing. But yeah, I want to give a shout out right here. Packers say we're proud to announce Packers fan Ashley Christensen as our NFL Fan of the Year nominee. So you also congratulations, Fan of the Year for the Packers, Ashley Christensen, and there you go. You know what I mean? Shout out to her. Good luck too, because that's how it goes. Like they have their nominee, every team picks their Fan of the Year, and then they go up to be NFL Fan of the Year. You know, a couple years ago, Garassi got the whole thing. Got Packer Fan of the Year and NFL Fan of the Year. But here we go. They are getting ready to kick off already. You know what I mean? And we got Philly Boy in the building. He's a Super Mac wants to flex right now. He's like on demand. There we go. We got the mac and cheese slide. That thing gets me hungry. Here comes the kickoff. Dude, I think there's still like fog from like all the pyrotechnics and whatever. So we got Geno Smith out here. I want to make sure I turn the TV up, but not too much where you can hear it. But there we go. Geno Smith, 2-6 record, first season with the Raiders. 213 passing yards a game, 11 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, tied. I think he's something he tied. But yeah, that's not really ideal what you want there. But we're going to see if Geno Smith can do it. And, the Raiders running back is on my fantasy team. So let's just run that rock tonight, Mr. Raider people. So it's first down and 10. Obviously, the start of this game, the first offensive play, and let's see what they got. They got the Broncos over here 7-2 for those who don't know. The Raiders are 2-6. Geno Smith's gonna be under center. He's gonna hand this thing off to Genty, which he should do all the time. And nothing there though. I'm sorry about that. I forgot about that. I was just watching my fantasy running back do nothing. But here we go. It's going to be second down and 10. Broncos are wearing those throwback uniforms. I think that those are probably the best ones. Even though those are the ones I think they're wearing when they beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. But other than that, you know what I mean? Here we go. Genty's to his left. He's in shaking. Gotta be a little bit quiet though. So neighbors, they don't care about Thursday Night Football. Quick pass over here for to the right side for about 3 yards. So it's gonna be third down. I would think about 7 yards right here. You know what I mean? Matt, did you see Culver's now has mac and cheese? Dude, I was at Culver's today. I love Culver's. And their grill was broke. I pulled up to the drive-thru and it said no burgers, no this and no that. Our grill is broken. So I left, you know what I mean? But
You gotta be kidding me.
but that particular one was having some situations. That stuff breaks, you know what I mean? I wasn't mad. Went somewhere else. Here we go. 3rd down and 6. Here we go. He's gonna be in chicken. He's got a man to his right. Back to throw. Got time. Gets rid of it right side. That's gonna be a 1st down for the Raiders, right on the 1st down marker. And there you go. The Raiders got a little something going on. What's up, Iowa Joe? Ramage. Wicks is back. Go Pack Go. I know nothing about Ashley Christensen except that she is automatically 1,000,000% better than Jimmy Christensen. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Absolutely. I was thinking about it, like, were they related? I was like, no, because she's a winner. You know what I mean? Here we go, 1st and 10. The Raiders going to be under center. He's going to hand this thing off. He's trying to run it right side. Got a couple yards there. The pile keeps moving about 4 or 5 yards, and we're going to need a lot of running from Genty today. Am I saying his name right? I think I am. But 2nd down over here.
Yes.
Genty's first rookie with 3+ rushing touchdowns and 3+ receiving touchdowns in first 8 NFL games since 1982. Marcus Allen for the LA Raiders. There you go. You know what I mean? Keep getting after it. I'm going to need you this week, my fantasy team. So they're going to be under center here. Genty's in the backfield. 2nd down and 5. They're at the 50-yard line. He's got a man in motion over here. He's going to be play action. He's rolling right. I think he's going to try to run this thing, and he's going to. He's got the 1st down. He slides down. He slid, just in time. He got the 1st down. Thought he might have slid it too early at first. What is up, Ivan? How you doing? Hello, people. How you doing, Ivan? You having a good night over here, Thursday Night Football? 12:06 to go in the 1st quarter, 1st down 10. I feel like whenever I start doing a live stream, I instantly get hungry. Like I wasn't hungry at all. Then it's like, it's 11:55 to go in the 1st quarter. And it's like, you're hungry now. I think maybe it's just football. When I go to Lambeau Field, dude, I eat everything. But here we go. They're going to be shotgun. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle. And he's got a little bit of room, not enough. A few yards, maybe. We need more than that, you know what I mean? We need a little bit more than that. Hello, Mr. Mayor is absolutely right. Ivan is the mayor of Green Bay.
What?
Maybe self-proclaimed.
What?
Yeah, that's my thoughts too. 11:25 to go in the 1st quarter. It's 2nd down and 7. Geno Smith's going to be in shotgun. Genty's going to be to his left. He's trying to wave to the side. I don't know who he's talking to, the refs or what's going on. He thought the play clock should have been reset, I think. I'm not sure what was going on here. The refs are saying something. Oh, no. Okay, so they're going to reset it.
It's dang complicated, you know, man? Like a dang Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about blue, red, man, then you get to one side, and then you like messed up the other side, man.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's trying to figure this thing out, you know what I mean? What's up, Stacy's in the building. Hi, Matt and Vinny. How you doing, Stacy? How was your night? We have a 2nd down and 7 right here. Geno Smith's going to be in shotgun. Genty's to his left. He's got a man in motion. And the whistles blow, and they shut this play down, but they throw it anyways. And that's completed, but obviously for nothing. I don't know what's going on here. What is up, Daniel? How you doing? What's up, everyone? What's up with you? How you doing this evening? Send me the link, bro, for what? What are we talking about? Grab some mac and cheese. Mac and cheese always hits the spot. You know what I mean? Hey, it looks like me looking for a beer. But here we go, 2nd down and 12. 11 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. See if the Raiders can complete this drive right here. They're going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. They're at, where are they at? About the 46.5-yard line. Got a man in motion. He's back to throw. He's got time. Quick pass left side. That's going to be completed just short of the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd down and short, maybe 2. I got Packers over Philly and Vikings over Ravens. I could see it. It won't be easy for the Packers, but I could see it. And Vikings over the Ravens, I could see that absolutely as well. Vikings are, they're feeling good about it right now. The Ravens, obviously Lamar Jackson's back, but wouldn't be stunned. I did pick the Ravens, I think, because I don't think I picked the Vikings to do it. You know what I mean? But 3rd down and 3, but I could see it. Geno Smith's going to be in shotgun. Now he's moving up. Changing some stuff. Genty's to his left. Can they get this big-time 3rd down right here? They're near the 35-yard line. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's got time, dude. Oh, he runs out of time, and he gets sacked. He ran it. Just as I say, he's got time.
Get nothing.
He, in fact, did not have time. You know what I mean? Raiders about to get worked. I think that, decent drive started right here. But, overall, I picked the Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to win by, over 10, maybe a few touchdowns even when it's all said and done. Erica said, I had homemade chili with cheddar cheese and Texas toast for supper. That's fantastic. That sounds awesome. You know what I mean? That sounds great. And Ivan also, he's trying to one-up you. I'm drinking Coors Banquet out of the stubby bottles. There you go. And now we're going to have a punt here, 4th down and 8. Punting from about midfield. And that thing, if they can get this thing out of bounds before the end zone, I don't know, what are they calling this? From about the 1-yard line. So that was a good punt, dude. That was a nice punt, bro. Let's give him the air horn for that punt right there. And a round of applause. Why not? Oh, that was a beautiful one. That's what you want. You know what I mean? That's how we feel about punters around here. You get an air horn, you get a round of applause, you get fireworks. They're at commercial. We're going to hang out right here, though.
We just don't talk about them.
Is LaFleur on the hottest if we get crushed and the offense is vanilla again? On the hot seat, I assume. I don't know, like inside the organization, like if they get absolutely dominated by the Eagles, I think there are a lot of conversations that are going to happen. I don't think that that's going to happen. But if it did happen where the Packers just didn't show up and they just got slaughtered at home on Monday Night Football, there would be a lot of conversations. The conversation's already happening. But I don't think LaFleur's like really on the hot seat. I think we're going to see like how the season ends. I think if it ended horribly, they didn't make the playoffs and like really bad things, which I don't think those things will happen, then there are going to be some conversations. But we're going to see how Ed Policy feels about everything. Dude,
Well, this
LaFleur's
is great.
getting judged
We're getting
every day
the
by his boss.
inside scoop here, fellas.
You know what I mean? Hank Hill knows what's up. Joey said, Mr. Ramage, have some fun tomorrow night. You know what I mean? We will see. Whenever you're with your family, how much fun can you really have? You know what I mean? Stacey said, I voted Tuesday on the ballot. I voted yes for liquor to be sold on Sundays, and no, it passed. So I need to remember to prep on Saturday for Sunday Fun Day football. Yeah, that's weird. That's wild to live in a place that they don't sell alcohol on Sundays.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know, dude. I don't think I could live there. Punters are people too, punters are people too, and we need to, celebrate them. Maybe not kickers as much.
No.
That's how we feel about kickers. We don't talk to him. LaFleur and I had a special one-on-one. He will do better. There you go. Ivan worked it out. You know what I mean? Anthony's over here said, "Go Pack, go!" Yeah, we're gonna see a big time game Monday Night Football. We're gonna be live streaming right here. We'll have our Packer watch party. So come hang out with us for that. It's gonna be fantastic. Maybe, hopefully, the game is fantastic. We don't punt. You know what I mean? So here we go. They're checking out the remaining schedule over here for the Broncos. They play the Packers, huh? Week 15. Check out the podcast, the Matt Ramage Show, everywhere that you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify, all the other weird places, you know what I mean? We're on those weird places too. So go check it out, listen to the podcast. It's not the worst podcast you'll ever listen to. It probably won't be the best, but you know what I mean? Something to throw in the old ear hole, you know what I mean? If you got nothing else going on. How is that field goal kicker contest going to turn out? Apparently, for the Packers, they had both their kickers kicking today. So, maybe they're testing some stuff over there. But here we go. We're back in this game. First down and 10, 9:14 to go in the first quarter. They're at like the 1-yard line. Bo Nick's going to be under center. He's going to hand this thing off, try to get some breathing room. And they got a little bit past the 5-yard line, kept her moving. And that was pretty easy offensively. All right, so we're backed up to the end zone. Let me just run a 6-7 yard run up the middle like nothing. Like a knife going through hot butter. You know what I mean? Go Ivan. You know what I mean? Where is this crazy place? It's like, where is this place you speak of? I like your setup. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. You know what I mean? Second down and 4 over here. 8:44 to go in the first quarter. Can the Raiders defense do some stuff? We got Max Crosby over there. He's a Raider for life, just getting after it. It's windy, though, dude. It is crazy windy. So I don't know. That's going to change a lot of stuff. Even the ball just rolls away, just sitting there. So that's going to change a lot with passing. You've seen that Packer game, how windy it was. It affects the ball, especially try to eat that thing downfield. So I think we're going to see a lot of running in this game, which is good for me being a fantasy owner of Genty. But here we go. They're going to run it right side. The Broncos are, and that's going to be enough for a first down, right? No, was it?
Just short.
No, just short of the first down. I don't see that well. You know what I mean? Erica says, I was watching the Rob Westerman show. Shout out to Rob. There's going to be a competition, I think, in the immediate future, or if the next day or two, between McManus and Habersack, and they will they'll see who the better. Yeah, and I think that's kind of what they were doing today. Like I saw people on Twitter. I wasn't on social media a bunch today. I had stuff going on, but I did see that they're both kicking. If they're both kicking, that's what they're doing. They're trying to see both. If the substitute teacher just starts hammering them. We're going to run up the middle here by the Broncos, and that's not going to be a first down either. That was 3rd down and 2, and the Raiders stopped that. Max Crosby and the crew.
You'll feel that one tomorrow.
I wonder if the teacher, Lucas, will get to kick against the Eagles on Monday. Yeah, it'll be interesting if they make that decision. I mean, to me, you have to go with who's hotter. Like, who's kicking good right now? I get they're not trying to, go back and forth. That's not good for anyone's confidence. You bench a kicker, I think that kind of puts them in a bad spot. They're going to have a punt over here. So I think that's why they're not quick to do that. But, man, maybe just throw him on IR and just roll with the teacher if he's the best option right now. If there is an injury, a reason why, got some misses. But here we go. Let's see what we got in the punt. And that's going to be near the sideline, and that's going to go out of bounds about midfield. Right around midfield, so they get put in really good field position right out the gate. 7:07 to go, and that was good. The Raiders have done good so far. That kicker is a gangster. I would beer. Are we getting a chant going on over here? You know what I mean? 176 folks watching live right now. I appreciate, you know what I mean? All the places that we lived in. 177, someone just joined. You know what I mean? So of all the places, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, X, appreciate you. Here we go. 1st down and 10. Geno Smith. He's going to be under center. Genty in the backfield. So they're at the 41-yard line. They're in really good field position. There's no reason not to do something right here. They're going to pitch this thing right side. He finds nothing. This Raven, can we speak over here? This Broncos defense.
Nothing.
This Broncos defense is getting after it. Shadrow 95. Is Shadrow 95 in the building? Because we have one Twitch watcher. And that could be Shadrow 95. You know what I mean?
No.
Tap in.
No.
2nd and 10. Here we go. 6:37 to go in the first quarter. Geno Smith's going to be in again. He's got a man to his right. They're at the 41-yard line, dude. You got to get something going. This is your opportunity. You know what I mean? Quick pass, batted down out of the air. This Broncos defense is the truth. Right here, you know what I mean? How do you get a name like the Broncos? I don't know. Like whoever, some billionaire owner at some point was like, I mean, maybe not billionaire back in the day when they were conceived, but someone they liked horses. Let's name them after the horses.
What?
Makes sense.
What?
You don't agree?
What'd you say?
Here we go. 3rd down and 10. Geno Smith's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. They're at the 41-yard line. Back to throw. He's got pressure immediately. Gets it off to the running back on the right side. He's going to cut it in, and that's going to be enough for a first down for the Las Vegas Raiders. That was a good play, but, dude, can they keep this going? Because this Broncos defense is really keeping them up. They're going to have to get real creative. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to figure this out. Should be fun to watch. Jesse says, I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking about going to the game on Monday because I'm off work and I don't have to be into work until 2 p.m. on Tuesday. I usually go at least 2 games a year, summer one and winter cold game. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Monday Night Football is going to be fantastic. Here we go. They're going to be under center. He's going to hand this thing off right side on a little wide receiver screen. He stays on his feet. He gets about 7 on that. 3rd-year guy out of Cincinnati. I can just repeat what they say. People will think I actually know what I'm talking about. I don't know everything about all these teams. But here we go. That linebacker's hair has nice curls. I think I missed it. It's crazy to me. Sean Payton, Pete Carroll. This is a team. Like, what year is it, bro? 2nd down and 3. Here we go. 5:18 to go in the first quarter. 3 yards for a first down. They're going to be in shotgun. He's got a man in motion. He's back to throw. Quick pass, and that's going to be completed for a first down for the Las Vegas Raiders. I don't know why. I'm kind of rooting for the Raiders, though. Because they're the underdogs. You know, they're 2-6. Geno Smith, you know, I like him a little bit. Agenti, he's my, starting running back in fantasy football. And also the Broncos beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. So it's always going to be that. You know what I mean? Forever, I think. That's just how it goes. Dear Diary, Jesse is here. Joey says, have we heard anything about Asante Samuel Jr. or is that fake news, Mr. Ramage? He was here. They tried him out, but I think he moved on, so it's not for sure. We have a run right side here by Genty. Decent run, like about 5 yards or so, but I don't think a decision was made yet. I think for him, though, more about money, it's about he wants to play. He wants to show that he can still do it and whatnot. So we're going to see. He probably wants to be in the best situation. Is the Packers the best situation for the teams that are looking at him? We're going to find out. My wife is being critical of my chat content. I feel persecuted. You know what I mean? You should probably listen to her. You know what I mean? You're a little wild sometimes there. Sure he isn't the ghost of Joey. Here we go. Geno Smith on the center. He's going to be play action. Rolling right, got pressure immediately. Gets it off, completed. He gets hit, but he's able to get like a yard. Maybe 2. More than he should have. He got rocked and kept her moving. That down. Good, you know what I mean? Truth hurts sometimes. 3 plays by Denver, 15 by the Raiders. 9 minutes time possession for the Raiders versus 3. Dude, the Raiders, but it's still 0-0. 3rd down and 2. They're down here inside the 5-yard line, though. He's going to hand this thing off. He's going to try to run up the middle. That's going to be a first down and a touchdown. Mr. Genty, my fantasy running back. Let's go. The Raiders go up 6-0, and so do I in my fantasy league. You know what I mean? There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's give a round of applause. And an air horn. That's my fantasy running back. There we go. Nice play. Out of shotgun, handed this thing off the middle, kind of bounced it left side, and just kept moving downhill. That's what you want to do right there. Scoreboard is absolutely correct, Philly boy. Philly boy. All right, here comes the extra point. 3:02 to go in the first quarter, and the Raiders are about to be up 7-0 unless something stupid happens here. And the ball, zap, it's going to go through, and it's true, baby. So there you go, 7-0 ball game, Raiders over the Broncos. Ashton Genty getting after it, dude. Let's get like 3 more of those for him, you know what I mean? That's what we need. All right, they're going to commercial. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back after these matches. Thanks for rocking with me, you know what I mean? I was just strolling around by Lambeau Field, going to enjoy some delicious dessert there from the Kwik Trip, you know what I mean? And you'll never believe what happened. Who the heck took 2 of my brownies? There ain't no way. Hey, Curly, did you see who took my brownies? Just when you think you know someone. Unbelievable. Good thing Kwik Trip has the bake sale going on. Guess I'm going back. Thanks, Vinny. Head on over to Kwik Trip. They got themselves a bake sale going on. You know what I mean? All types of goodies over there in their bakery department. But I'll give you one piece of advice right now. You better keep him away from Vinny Lombardi because he will eat those things, you know what I mean?
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolet Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolet! It's Nicolet! Nicolet Law!
Billboards, baby! Here we go. We are back. What do we got over here? Maybe I'll turn it on. What are you going to turn the game on? You're not watching the game? Here we go. We're going to have the kickoff coming up right here. 7-0 ball game. You know what I mean? Not how people thought it was going to start, but here we are. Here comes the kickoff. Going to have a return here from about the goal line. He's at the 5-10. He's at the 15, runner straight up the middle. Gets to the 20 and gets swallowed up. Nothing more. And the Raiders are happy about that. They're all over dancing around. They're having a good time. What does this mean, the Californians? What are we talking about?
That's a Saturday Night Live skit.
Oh. I'm out the loop, you know what I mean? So here we go. Bo Nix and this Denver offense. They were backed up before, so what can they get going right here? We're over 200 people watching live right here. 203 across all the plays. Appreciate you. Here we go. They're going to begin shotgun from the 20-yard line. Back to throw. Quick pass right side. I think he got his feet in. Yeah, they're saying that's completed right here. That's going to be about 7 yards. Nice play right there on the sideline. 2:46 to go in the first quarter. First quarter going kind of fast right here. Bo Nix, 17 games. Longest active streak for the touchdown pass. Lamar Jackson is at 29. But here we go. They're going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left from about the 26, 25-yard line. He's back to throw. He's looking. He runs out of time, and he goes down for the sack behind the line of scrimmage, dude. He is, they lost a chunk right there.
Boom. He's on his back.
So act like you don't know, Vinny. You stole the music. What's going on in the chat over here? Yeah, dude, that pocket just, it was open. It was open until it wasn't. And this Raiders team, dude, they came to play today. Everyone's saying that it's going to be a blowout. Dude, the Raiders have something to say about that. Here we go, 3rd down and 13. Bo Nix in shotgun. He's got a man to his left, back to throw. And he gets it incomplete. Incomplete, and that's 4th down and 13, and the Raiders defense is just getting after it.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Did Vice steal any more of your Kwik Trip? Oh, did Vince steal any more of your Kwik Trip donuts? I don't bring them around him no more, you know what I mean? You learn your lesson. You learn your lesson. You don't, Here comes that punt over here, and that's going to put Raiders in good field position again. 1:40 to go in the first quarter. They're going to be punting from just about their 5 or so. And let's see. First one was 30 yards. This one's a little bit more. He gets it about the 32. He's running it the other way. He's past the 40, and he's going to get to about the 43-yard line. There's a flag on the play. If this doesn't bring it back at all, we're going to see who this is on.
One important note is that the Raiders do have the wind to their backs. So that's one important thing. So next quarter, the Broncos will have the wind to their backs. And
all right, so I don't know what the penalty was because Vince was talking, but I think it was on the return team. So there we go. They're going to commercial. All right, we're going to stay right here. But yeah, so here we are. Hammer the chat. What do you want to talk about? I light it up. Light it up. See, no one's talking. This is Adam Sandler, he's either beating me up or doing something weird to me. You know what I mean? Nobody knows. He's trying to get to that Farley poster back here. But yeah, so can the Raiders sustain it? Can the Raiders keep it moving? Keep stacking on this lead. But like you said, the way that they're going matters a lot because like with the wind, you're going against the wind, with the wind. So that's how they pick like who wants to kick, who wants to return, and all that. They think about all that. So we're gonna see if the Raiders can keep this going when the quarter does switch. So we're gonna find out. You know what I mean? We're gonna find out. 220 folks watching live right now. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? 3 people on Twitch, dude. 3 people on Twitch and 3 people on YouTube as well. So we got that going for us. You know what I mean? Appreciate that 6 group right there. You know what I mean? That was a very fast quarter. That was a very fast quarter. Let's see if all of them. I got to work at 3:45 tomorrow, so let's keep these quarters swinging. You know what I mean? We're gonna find out. The fourth quarter will probably take like freaking ever, but we're gonna find out if this is gonna be a close game because everyone kind of predicted that this was gonna be a blowout, and I actually thought it was gonna be too. I think I said like a few scores. So, but right now the Raiders they came to play. They seem pumped up. Everything that they're doing. They're celebrating. They're jacked up. Max Crosby, everyone's out there doing their thing. So maybe the Raiders are just jacked up, and who wants it more? Maybe it's the Raiders. But we're going to find out, like you say, when we switch quarters, going against the wind. With it being really windy, like you can't really do everything that you want to do, especially passing the ball wise. I don't know what kind of offense the Broncos are. I never really watched. I'm not sure I watched any Broncos game. I don't think we did a watch party on them this year. But if they're like a deep ball thrower, it kind of takes it away. You got everything. Every pass you have has kind of be a bullet. Those sideline passes they were hitting, going for. But we're gonna find out. It's a 7-0 ball game right now. You know what I mean? And I'm over here rambling until this thing starts again. How am I doing?
You're a pro. You're a pro. You got it.
All right, here we go. They're coming back, showing the city. You know what I mean? A lot of lights, a lot of big buildings. Yeah, dude. Next week, going to New York. So that should be interesting. First down and 10. Geno Smith's gonna be in shotgun from the 22-yard line. He hands it off up the middle. He's bouncing this thing right side. He's got a little bit of room, and he gets the first down. Let's go, Mr. Genty. Keep rocking the old number 2 right there. If you wonder why I'm so excited, he's my fantasy running back, so I'm probably more excited than I would be. But they need to just keep running that rock with him, you know what I mean? Especially like with the wind and everything.
Yes.
It's just a good game plan, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
See, they know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was going to stick my finger. Anyway, here we go. It's going to be a screen pass over here to Genty right side, and he's got a little bit of room there. And they're going to be short of the first down. It's going to be second down and about 2. Nice play right here for the Raiders. And that's what they got to do because this Broncos defense, they're obviously good, but they got to figure out ways to keep these drives going.
That boy is good.
You know what I mean? Inside 40 seconds to go of this quarter. Second down and 4. Probably get one more play before the end of this quarter. Time of possession, 10:32 for the Raiders, 3:38 for the Broncos. That's a big thing. The Broncos have like no yards. They got nothing so far this game. They're going to pitch this thing left side to Genty. He's going to find the hole, and that's a first down, and he's still moving. My God, I love this man. Inside the 30-yard line, bro. I got to be a little bit quiet. I can't scream too loud. But, it's all going to come back. Holding on the offense. Are you kidding me, dude?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
That's unfortunate, you know what I mean? So much excitement and like, nope. Now I know what it's like to be a Raider fan, you know what I mean? Let's see this hold here. Yeah, that's a hold, dude. They're going to call that, man. Didn't even have to do it either, dude. What are you doing? Wasn't even needed. Like, what are we doing, dude? All right, so now they're I'm not sure they're going to snap this ball. The quarter's running out here. That's 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And they're going to let the quarter end right there, you know what I mean? And that's how it's going to end. What is that? How we doing, Jason? You know what I mean? It is getting colder out. It is getting colder out. It's that time of the season. All right, we're at the end of the first quarter. I'm going to grab me a new beer. We'll be right back after these messages. You know what I mean?
This is the last bag of chips.
I'd fight my own grandmother for just one.
Hey, it's chips and soda.
I'll go tell coffee and donuts.
Mm-mm.
I like it a lot.
So 26-7. Let's dance, Taylor. You know what I mean? Let's dance. Alrighty, we are back over here. You know what I mean? Kevin in the chat said, "What does Matt need to teach me about being a Packer fan next week? Anything that would be funny to use?" You know what I mean? I'm gonna teach you the ways, Kevin. I'm gonna be hanging out with Kevin in New York for 5 days. And I went to, we knew each other since high school. We were in different classes. He was very smart, and I went the other way. You know what I mean? But we've known each other for a long time. But I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach you the ways of the Packer way. But you're going to teach me everything about New York because I don't know nothing about New York. But here we go. Evening, bro, and Vinny. Hope you guys doing great late, but Rick is in the house. What's up, Rick? You know what I mean? You got to get the old air horn going, you know what I mean, for Rick. But here we go. 2nd down and 12 to start the second quarter. And can this Raiders team keep it moving over here? They're out of shotgun, looking to throw. Gets it off left side. That's going to be a bad throw. Incomplete. 3rd down and 12. That was just off a little bit. But there you go. We have 234 folks watching live right now. I appreciate you. All across all the lands. You know what I mean? We're going to have ourselves Brock Bowers. Last week versus Jaguars. Popped off 12 catches, 127 yards, 3 touchdowns. The tight end. Can he do it again? Hopefully not. Run the rock, baby. 3rd and 12. He's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. They're probably going to throw it right here, you know. Other than that, they can run. Oh, the pocket collapsed. He goes down for the sack, and the Broncos defense shows up. On 3rd down, it's nothing down. Now the Bronco fans are getting excited, you know what I mean? That was a good defensive play right there. Yeah, he just came across the corner. He wasn't being stopped. He wasn't being denied that sack. Oops, what'd you do, Phil? What'd you do? Down goes Mr. Ed. Oh, there's an injury over here. The right guard, that don't look good. I didn't see what happened. Oh, I think his ankle. Looks like his ankle. But we're going to find out here. Yeah, it looked like he rolled his ankle. They're at commercial. We're going to hang on right here, though. But yeah. So what do you want to talk about, Phil? Hammer the chat. Let me know. Come on. What you got? What's burning questions you got over here? Yeah, I know we're at commercial. Thanks for the heads up. My TV's on too.
I'm stuck and I have to pee. No, I'm just stuck.
I like that. Shout out to Vinny, the producer. You know what I mean? Comes up with this stuff. Here we go. They're still rocking with that lizard commercial, huh?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're still moving on with that. They haven't have any idea since then. Like, no, we're just gonna keep going this way about 30 years. But yeah. So here we go. We have ourselves a 7-0 ball game. Now the Broncos, with that big stop, does that give momentum? Does that kind of get this thing kind of rolling? And now they're going the other way down the field, facing the wind or whatnot. So we're gonna see. Maybe this Broncos offense just starts lighting up right here. That's when you're playing good teams, especially better teams than you, and you get those opportunities, you got to take advantage. You get all the points that you can because, eventually they're going to start, figuring out. They're going to start clicking. So Ryan says they picked Antonio Brown up in Dubai. I did see a little bit about that on social media. I don't know. Yeah, so he got some problems going on over there. He was extradited or whatever. So Erica says, when you go to New York, make sure you visit Rockefeller Center, 30 Rock in Central Park. I think we are going to go to Central Park. I said, I want to go to all the places where like Law and Order likes to do their intros. You know what I mean? It's like every crime scene in Law and Order seems to be in Central Park. So I'm going to go there and check that out. But no, I think it's going to be cool. We might even get like some of those e-bikes and just wander around Central Park a little bit, see like everything, because obviously you can't just walk through Central Park. It's like long, it's huge, it's massive. It's so weird to me, like in New York, the big city, all the buildings, every big city tries to be like New York, and then they have also this huge area of just trees and a park and like all these other things in it, and it's so crazy that they never because that's obviously worth so much money for all these big buildings and how New York is. But so it's cool. I'm definitely gonna check that out. You know what I mean? I just rambled about that but here we go. 4th and 18. They're gonna have a punt over here, and the Broncos should be in a decent field position. They're gonna be kicking this ball from about their 15 or so, the real spot where he's gonna be kicking it from. Oh, he drops the punt, but he still gets it off. Picked it up and gets the punt off. Not a bad punt, I don't think. Where's the ball? I can't even see it. I think it rolled out of bounds. About the 35, inside the 30, between the 30, 35 yard line. Central Park, you could spend a day. We're going to be there for 5 days, so maybe we will. You know what I mean? I don't know what we're going to do, but the OG Coyote Ugly is there. So we go 14:31 to go in the second quarter.
I would pay money to see Matt dance on a bar and do the Coyote Ugly dance. Yes.
I have danced on a bar before. On my 30th birthday, I was at the Wooden Shoe in Lena, Wisconsin. And we had a birthday party over there. And I was dancing on the table. And the bartender was telling me to get down because I was going to fall. And as I was dancing and saying, I will never, ever fall, I fell. All right, here we go. Bo Nix back to throw. And he's tossing that thing left side. That's going to be a first. No, it's not. It's going to be back to the line of scrimmage. I thought that was, but there's a flag anyways. I for some reason, that line looks like a first down line, but that was a bad play. Nothing really there. And there's a flag, so. So 10-yard penalty, repeat first down. I didn't see, that was a hold. But yeah, I look forward to seeing some New York Rats. You know what I mean? Dude, that's crazy to me that just to think the thought I'll be on a subway, and that to me is kind of wild because I've never thought I'd ever be on a subway. You see the videos or whatever, but we get a little cheating in this game. Dun. Diner is a Law and Order diner at Rockefeller Center. There you go. Matt might dance on the bar. No, I'm not gonna probably be doing it anymore. I think that part of my life is probably over. We're gonna have a run over here, left side. He's gonna get inside the 35-yard line. I don't know what happened there. I think I swallowed like a fly or something. But yeah, there we go. Stacy said, my father owned his elevator company in New York. He installed many elevators in those tall buildings in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and part of the 90s. That's awesome. That is awesome. Maybe I'll be in one of them. Hopefully they're updated throughout the years, you know what I mean? But second down and 16. Bo Nick's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Dude, this is big time right here. Second and 16, back to throw. Toss this thing left side. Almost intercepted, kind of in and out of the hands of secondary. That was just a bad throw.
Hey, quick question for Stacy.
16. What do you got?
Did her dad install any of the elevators in the World Trade Centers?
Yeah, that's a good one. Probably, if at that time. 70s back there. E-bike in Central Park will make it easy to see the park. Yeah, especially, you know what I mean? We're not going to be like, you know, we'll get winded. Bo Nick's back to throw. He's looking right, gets it off. That's going to be completed to the 40-yard line, but that was 3rd and 16. That's short. So it's going to be 4th down and about 4. They got a big chunk of it, and it looks like they might be going for it because he's checking the play sheet right here. She said absolutely. You know what I mean? So there you go. Ask and you shall know. 4th down and 3. 12:56 to go. They're rushing up to the line over here. Bo Nix is going to be under center. He's got a man behind him, but the ref hasn't really let him go yet. Yeah, so the Raiders have to be allowed to substitute or whatever because they subbed. How'd they sub if they were going that fast? Here we go. Bo Nix from under center. Oh, I think he's trying to get in the jump. They're at 13 seconds on the play clock. Yeah, he's trying to get in the jump. Now he kind of pulls back a little bit. They're not going to snap this ball. Cowards. Cowards. We need a cowards graphic for when teams do that.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey,
Lars, I tried to get Matt to go to Chicago last November. He declined assertively. Yeah, I'm never, ever going to Chicago. That will never be a thing I do.
I think there's a picture of him at the state line. People start looking for him if he crosses the state line.
I would never. I mean, and it's not even that. I think Chicago, people tell me that Chicago's a beautiful city. I'm sure it is. I'm just never going to go to it. I'm just never going to. I'm not trashing the whole state or city or whatever it is, but you ain't going to see me inside that thing. I don't even want to pass through there like in the airport if I'm going somewhere else. Here we go. And that's going to do that. Hit his leg, but it goes out of bounds. I think right about the 30-yard line. So, all right. So all that happened, and now here we go. Their punter going to stick inside the 20 now. That was a bad punt. It just went off his foot wrong.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well,
dude, maybe their coach is going to stop talking to that dude. You know what I mean? I think the punter would wish he wouldn't talk to him. He was like, right about now, I don't need coach talking to me. He just took that thing. I don't know what the punter, like he put money on this game. You know what I mean? Ivan said there's a video of me on the Illinois state line. There absolutely is. I will never be there. You said you lived down there for 3 years and harassed the Bears. I just couldn't do it. I'm not. Yeah, there's a lot of them down there. That's where they live. You know what I mean? When they're not in Door County, that's where they live, in Chicago. I need 5 more yards to be awesome. Maybe not. Here we go. 1st down and 10. Here they go. They're going to be under center. Genty's in the backfield. 11:59 to go in the second quarter. And they're starting this thing at the 29-yard line. They got a man in motion. He's going to hand this thing off to Genty left side. Not a lot there, but a yard. Falls forward. Maybe a yard, dude. Come on, we need more than that out of you, Genty. You know what I mean? I know it's not just his fault, the offensive line. Whatever you got to do. Let's win some fantasy footballs. You know what I mean? So that's a bad injury they're saying right there, right? Fibs are the worst. What are you going to do? 2nd down and 9. Here we go. They're going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's looking to throw. He caught, he's got a screen. That was a horrible play, dude. Screen busted up. Nothing there. You don't like to see that, dude. That's like kind of what the Packers have been doing lately. They behind his line of scrimmage stuff, like, and it's just chewed up. And it's like the defense knows it's coming. Just horrible. Yeah. You know what I mean? Throw that one away, dude. Genty is still in the backfield. 3rd down and 9. Here we go. 11:20 to go in the second quarter. And they got a man in motion. Can the Raiders get this? He's in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's dancing around the pocket, gets it off. That's going to be completed. Big time plays on the other side of the 50, scrambling downfield, and that's the tight end. The big time tight end. He had a huge game last week. And right here, big time play. Mr. Bowers. You know what that reminds me of? Remember that show 24, that first season? What was his name? Jack Bowers. Bad zombie, you know what I mean?
That boy is good.
You know what I mean? I never watched another season after that. There was like 47 of them, but the first season was good. So here we go. 1st down and 10, 10:46 to go in the second quarter. He's going to be in shotgun, empty backfield, quick toss to the left side. In and out of his hands. That's going to be incomplete. That was a big play, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, you're talking about that screenplay right there. You know what I mean? I got behind the comments. I'm sorry, Phil. I said, hey, Phil, hammer the comments. And then I don't even see them. I apologize. Brock Bowers, though, over here. 2-time Johnny Mackey Award winner. Top tight end in country. There you go, college. So, you know, he's here. He's Tucker Kraft's competition. Tucker Kraft is the best tight end in the league. Let it be known. He will be next year anyways. 10:41 to go in the second quarter. 2nd down and 10. They're going to be in shotgun. Quick pass right side. Kind of the same thing. But he gets away. But he gets about 3 yards. You know what I mean? Stupid. Horrible play calling. Like, what? Dude, put the ball down the field. All these wide receiver screens. How much time it takes to drop back, look, and then throw all the way around the field. The whole defense sees it's happening. Like, just stop it.
You know I give you one little thing to do, and you screw it up.
I need you to run the ball with Genty. That's what we need, right, Vinny? Raiders doing Ramage damage. They need to, but 3rd down and 7 over here. Push the ball down the field a little bit right here. They're going to be in shotgun. He's got a man in motion. He's got a man to his right. I don't see exactly what the number, but he's back to throw. He's tossing it left side, and that's going to be overthrown, incomplete, and flag on the play, though. Maybe the Raiders got something here. Oh, I think they do because the Denver coach, he seems sad. 5-yard penalty. This is offsides over here. So it's going to be 3rd and 2, they're saying. There we go. Offsides over here. Oh, yeah, he was lined up offsides. I don't know. How do they not know that? How do they not, like, look? Just, like, look to the right or left and be like, hey, I'm way ahead of everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, 3rd down and 2, 9:54 to go in the second quarter. Going to be under center. He's got a man in the backfield. They're going to try to run this thing right up the middle, and I think they should. No. I think he might try to quarterback sneak this thing. That was stupid. What are they doing? He does not get it. It's
you get nothing.
It's 3rd down and 2. You have a good running back. Like, what are you doing? Why are you quarterback sneaking on 3rd down and 2? And it was kind of like advertised what they were doing. And you got nothing. Was that? Yeah, it was like a. It was. That's 4th and 2. And you see, all right. Now they're going for it on 4th and 2. This team right here, dude. I don't know how Raider fans do it. You're going to be under center over here. He's looking at the throw. He's looking left side. That's this thing. That's going to be completed for a 1st down, but there's a flag on the play. He's running down the field, though, and that's going to be a touchdown, but the flag probably is bringing it back. Oh, on the offense. Pass interference, so it's going to be like he was setting a pick.
No.
It's not a score.
No.
Absolutely not. It wasn't.
No.
I don't understand how so many of these guys line up offsides. I'm with you. Yeah, it seems so weird. Like, you can look left and right and see the line of scrimmage, you kind of know where that marker is. But also, if you, like, look left and right, you can see the helmets. And if, like, you're looking and you're past all the helmets, like, oh, I should probably not be where I'm at. You know what I mean? It just seems weird. But he said ask Parsons about the offsides. I don't know him like that. You know what I mean? 4th down and 12, 9:06 to go. And we're going to have a punting situation over here. That was just, that was stupid. That whole drive, but the offensive play calling and that, I don't know what they're doing. But that's going to be, I think this stays in. Or it goes out, but I think it stays not touchback. So about the 1 yard line is where they're going to get this, dude. Oh, my goodness. Good job by this punter. This punter is a god. What's going on? That is huge.
Too bad you don't have him on your team.
You know what I mean? This punter, dude, that was such luck. It hit like the 1 yard line, and it went exactly left and then just went straight out of bounds. That's absolutely fantastic. You know what I mean? Absolutely great, Kwik. They're in commercial. We'll be right back. You know what I mean? After these messages. Let me get that out of there.
Hey man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful, I just mopped there. Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere. Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
All right, we are back. 267 folks watching live across all the place right now. One person on Twitch. We had like 3, so 2 of them were like, I'm out of here. This game sucks. You know what I mean? But yeah, here we are. I'm glad to the people who are still with me. You know what I mean? Kind of like Romeo Dobbs would say. You know what I mean? He's in a better place. You know what I mean? But other left, Matt. All right, here we go. We are coming back over here, showing all the monuments. That's what they do whenever they're at, like in a city. Like, hey, look at this library. Here we go. 1st down and 10, 8:58 to go in the second quarter. They're starting this thing at the 1 yard line yet again. The second time in this ball game that one of their possessions start, and that's a big deal. Let's see if they can just bounce this thing right out of here. They're going to be under center over here. And he's play action. He's rolling left. He's looking to throw. He tosses this thing, and that's going to be completed. And that's going to be about the 8 yard line. That's easy. Just like the last time they kind of had a play, kind of get them out of that danger zone. They still have a long ways to go like last time, and it didn't work out for them. It's 2nd down. Denver Broncos scored first one time this season, week 5 versus Eagles. So they never score first. Tied for fewest in the NFL, except for the Saints. The Saints are bad. 2nd down and 3. Here we go. They're going to be a shotgun. He's got a man to his right. And he's going to be a quick pass right side, and he's got a block, and that's a stupid play too, and that's going to be short of a first down. I swear, like for now, this going point forward, I hate wide receiver screens. Why do teams do them so much? They work sometimes. It's 3rd down and 1 now. But like you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think they're stupid. Who's with me? Vinny, how do you feel about wide receiver screens?
I hate them too.
Let's end wide receiver screens for all of the NFL and for all the people not have to watch them ever again. Here we go. We're going to have a shotgun situation. He's got a man to his right. It's 3rd down and 1. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's got pressure. Now he's going to try to run left, but he's got a man on him. He's got 2 men on him. He tosses this, and it's almost intercepted. So it's going to be 4th down and 1. And the Denver Broncos offense is not doing nothing in this ball game. I mean, they started with horrible field position, but just in that, I don't know. Why don't you run the ball right there? I feel like I could be a play caller. You know what I mean? it wouldn't be one wide receiver screen on my whole play chart. It'd be like 5 plays. I don't have a good memory, you know what I mean? Here we go. 4th down and 1. Tied both of them up. Here we go. We're going to have a punt. He's punting from his own end zone, but he'll be kicking from out the goal line. Can they block it? Why did I say that? Boom! Was this another bad punt? It's going to go out of bounds at about 45. No, he's still going. About 49-yard line. 49-yard line. So they're at midfield. And the Denver Broncos punter, he's got all the fans with the D on their helmet, on their hats, confused. He asked the ref what happened. He's like, your punter sucks. That's what happened. Blarney Rock Pub, a bar featured in the Adam Sandler movie Big Daddy, located at 137 West 33rd Street in Manhattan. That's the spot, huh? I like that.
It's not a big deal. Look, see? See how quick it goes away?
I like that. Here we go. We got plus 5 yards. You know, most time when Phil types stuff, I don't even know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Look how you can get the best viewers over here. That's my one Twitch watcher. I would do numerous hook and ladders. Yeah, that's all you need. Dude, I would call a play like a game like how I call Madden. You know, and I'm very good at Madden when I play on rookie. But here we go. They're going to be in shotgun. He's rolling left. He's looking. Geno Smith tosses this thing on the sideline. That's going to be about 5 yards. Kind of just caught that thing and fell out of bounds. 7:33 to go in the second quarter, and the Raiders have control in this ball game right now. How long can they keep Denver? I mean, their drive start, Denver owned 14 on average. Las Vegas owned 37 on average. Yards per drive, 24 for the Raiders, 4.3 for Denver. Yards per drive, 4.3. This Broncos offense is horrible right now. Oh, yeah, he was out of bounds. Yeah, he stepped out of bounds and came back in. You can't do that. So did they just get away with that? Oh, no, they didn't. It's 2nd and 10 over here. I'm just slow. The Blarney Pub is a block from our hotel. There you go. See what I mean? Kevin's the guy I'm going with, for people who don't know. So, yeah, dude, we'll be checking it out. Maybe Adam Sandler will be there. So it's 2nd down. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think I missed most of it because I was messing with the comments. But remember the wrap around draw play? Holmgren ran like a boss. Yeah, dude, back then I feel like, you know, that West Coast offense, I feel like that was the best version of it. They're going to try to run right side. Nothing there, dude. He loses a bunch. They tried to kind of run around.
Boom!
Play.
On his back.
And that's nothing. Just let Genty run it downfield, dude. So you got Genty in the backfield over here. They're going to hand it to someone else. He's going to try to run it right side, and he just gets absolutely locked up. Loses about 2-3 yards. Just give it to Genty. Like, why do teams try to be so creative and so, like, I'm so smart. Look at this fancy play I got. Just run the ball up the middle, dude. Now it's 3rd down and 14. Dude, what happened to, like, just running counters, dude? Just getting after it. Here we go, 3rd and 14. He's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's got time. Gets it off. That's going to be completed to his tight end, but short of a 1st down. It's going to be like 4th down and like 5. I don't even know what it is. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, dude. I feel like Holmgren, like he kind of talked about, you're talking about that West Coast offense that he ran. I feel like that was one of the better versions because he's seen a lot of West Coast offense, and they did a good job back in the day.
Well, this is great. We're getting
You know
the
what I mean?
inside scoop here, fellas.
That's some analysts for you. Hey, here we go, 4th and 5. What's going on here? Are they going for it? So they're at their 38-yard line, and they're going for it. He's back to throw. He's got pressure immediately. Gets a sack on 4th and 5. Oh, my goodness.
You get nothing.
Who's making these decisions over here in Las Vegas? Horrible. Dude, you had them in like the field position game, right? It's 7-0. You were kind of winning that field position game, even if the offensively, defensively, like whatever's going on, you had the field position. Punt it right here again, or kick a long field goal. But I would have punted it right here, pin them back again. Now you go for it, and now they're gonna have the ball right here. And dude, I bet money they go down here and score. I bet money they go down here and score. What would annoy you more, nonstop trick plays or wide receiver screen? I think wide receiver screens, because trick plays I think can work every now and again. You know what I mean? I think trick plays are good if they're good trick plays, and I get that makes like no sense because you're like, well, what makes them good? Like if they work, because they're not always going to work. But I don't know. I just feel like the wide receiver screens are like just so expected, and like teams blow them up all the time. It's just I don't think that they work enough to keep pounding it like that. Gino giving that giving the halfback an earful. Yeah, dude, he got lit up, dude. So here we go. 278 folks watching live. They're at commercial over here. You know what I mean? We're hanging out. We're having a good time. Carol did that last week too. Dan Campbell want to be. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it's stupid. And just going for it on 4th down in stupid spots is stupid. Like even like the Packers went for it on 4th down at 8. I said it before, and I said it during, and I'll say it after. That was a stupid call. People are like, well, it's easy to say now. Like, no, it was a stupid call then. Matt LaFleur knows it too. He said it. He was like, that wasn't smart. That was stupid. But I think you get caught up in the game sometimes, calling a game, and you just you start doing stupid stuff. It's like if you're playing Madden, you kind of buzzed up. And then you start calling on something, you end up losing the game because you just were like being weird. That's kind of how it is, I think, for Matt LaFleur sometimes. I'm not saying he's drunk, but just kind of gets in his own way a little bit. My mic's messed up right here, but all right, we're having a good time. To me, it's just dumb, especially in the Packer game. Like they were in a situation like you trust the defense, let's take the points, and I get it. Like maybe you don't trust the kicker 100%, so maybe that kind of leaned on him a little bit, but I don't know. I didn't care for it. I didn't care for it at all. 4th and 8, like I get 4th and 3. You're gonna try to get something off the flat, maybe you got some slants going in, but 4th and 8, that's not a very. Yeah, look at that. They're showing it right here. He's kind of yelling at him like, "What you doing, dude?" The Raiders are in a spot, dude. They can win this game. They've shown it, but like, dude, you put them in good situations like this. I bet money. Las Vegas Raiders right here, 0 first downs allowed on first 4 drives of game. First time since 2016. But I guarantee you the Broncos go down here and score. They're just about midfield already. We're at the 47-yard line. They're going to hand this thing off up the middle. They can bounce it right side. He's got some room right there, and that's a first down inside the 40-yard line. Like I said, that's how you call a run play right there, bro. That's how you run the ball. I don't know why I'm yelling like I'm a Raiders fan. I think because Genty's my fantasy running back, and you're like, just do it. And I don't like the Broncos, and the Raiders can win this game if they just play smart. The best things about trick plays for me is when defenses blow them up for scores. Yeah, I don't mind like a trick play. Like you're gonna do a running back throwing pass, something like that. If you have a running back that you have faith that it actually can be done, and you practice it all year, maybe at the end of the year you kind of throw it in there. But I'm not for it. I wouldn't want to do it all the time. But we're gonna run up the middle here by the Broncos for about a yard or so, and a flag on the play. Hold it on the offense, so that goes beep, 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 beep. Back it up, you know what I mean? On the thumbnail, I should have used a throwback logo because I think the Broncos' new logo is stupid. Like I don't know why they would change that D with the Bronco or whatever in the middle. I think that's the best logo. They just have like a horse. I was like getting the graphic ready. I was like, this is a stupid logo. But here we go. 1st and 20 here from midfield. They're at the 50-yard line. This is a big chunk. That penalty backs you up a little bit. He's back to throw out a shotgun, and he's rolling right. He's trying to buy time. He gets it off, and that's going to be a failure. But a yard gain before he gets absolutely destroyed. Guess they got something out of it, but love the orange crush uniforms. Yeah, I think these are the best ones right here. The new ones are stupid. I don't know. I think a lot of that with a lot of teams when they switch up. Dobbins is on my wife's fantasy team. There you go. Good luck to her. 2nd and 18 right here. 4:20 to go in the second cut, and the clock continues to tick. The 7-2 Broncos are down 7-0 to the 2-6 Raiders. But they got a little something going on here about the 48-yard line. Can they get it in the end zone? Back to throw. Now he's rolling right. I think he might run this thing. No, he gets rid of it. That's going to be a first down, big-time play, and he's at the 15-10. Knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line, and that's Bryant. Bryant the second, not to be confused with the first. You know what I mean? This is a big-time play right here, I think that this might have been an orchestrated rollout. Well, maybe not. He just got the pressure on the right side there, and he kind of just rolled out. And then he finally, they're looking right at him, but he was just busted wide open. Right down the sideline. Good play. That boy good. You could say it.
That boy's good.
He's like, I'm trying to throw some graphics in, but this guy doesn't ever shut up. Here we go. We got a man in motion. Bo Nix. He's going to toss this thing left side on a screen. That doesn't work. Doesn't work. Imagine that. Little, motion in the backfield. Tosses the screen to him. Everyone's watching him. He's the only guy running around the backfield. They're like, oh, he threw it to him? I'm shocked. Oh, Shadow 95 in the building. Broncos saw the headline, show their yards per drive. They changed quick with this drive. You know what I mean, dude? I'm not a big fan of that wide receiver screen. But here we go, 2nd down and goal. They score here. It's completely on the Raiders. Going for it on 4th down there. I think that was stupid. But here we go. He's going to be in shotgun. He's back. He's looking. He's got time. Toss this thing. A little slant. Touchdown for the Denver Broncos. Like I said. Didn't I say it? Everyone in that stadium knew that was going to be a touchdown. 5-play drive, 53 yards, 3:17 off the clock. Dude, you had him the whole game pinned back. You were playing that field position game, punting the ball. Then you go for it on 4th down, give them a good field position for the first time in the game, and they go right down there and score a touchdown. That's on you, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know why teams... I feel like, very smart watching this game.
You are a modern-day NFL prophet. You know that? A modern-day Yoda.
I like a guy in his basement telling the NFL teams how to do it. Here we go, extra point, Sepp, and it's going to be good. And we have ourselves a 7-7 ball game. 2:41 to go in the second quarter. And, dude, I called it. I feel smart. You ever feel smart sometimes? Doesn't happen to me very often. But here we go. They're going to a mini commercial over here. But 2:41 to go in the second quarter. And let's see if the Raiders can go right down here and score. They got to get something going on here. They got to play. They started playing scared a little bit. I don't even know what that means, dude. Oh. You gotta have the graphics so that when it instead of just going away, it like spins.
I will be working on it because when you're gone in New York, that's my time. On my time off to improve a few
things.
There
you go. I never feel smart. And I get that, you know what I mean? I hung out with you a lot, so I kind of understand why that is. I'm just kidding.
Give yourself credit. You did pretty good on the game show, though. He did really good.
No, Ivan's the man. I'm just talking trash because I bet his wife laughed at that, you know what I mean? If she heard it. That's why they are 2-6. Paying Geno a ton of money wasn't the best move either. I don't really hate Geno Smith. I don't think he's the worst quarterback. I don't know how much exactly he's getting paid, but I don't think he's like worth top money, obviously. But I think he's a guy, that they're not that team or whatever. I'm not sure Geno Smith's the guy that you're gonna go the whole way with, but I think it's a decent piece to kind of build off. But I think if he had a really good team, Geno Smith could be that guy. He's 10 of 15, 92 yards. Like I say, I don't think he's horrible. I'm not hate on him, but I don't obviously he's not on that level. He's not on that next level of quarterbacks. Smart is a feeling. Kevin Smart, he can write code. I don't think dumb people can do that. Well, I know I can't, so that's
tough. I've tried. I can do maybe a little, but not like.
I don't even know what it means. I'm going to find out probably hanging out with Kevin for 5 days, though. You know what I mean? I don't even know what it means to write code. Just a bunch of hashtag and question marks and like numbers and stuff. Here we go. Geno Smith. And he's getting swallowed up, and he's going to go down really close to the line of scrimmage, but he was trying to run. He had nowhere to go. Goes down for the sack. I don't know if they call it a sack or not. I don't know exactly where he went down, but I would have gone for the field goal. Yeah, it was a long field goal. It depends how they feel about their kicker. But if you don't feel confident going for the field goal in that situation, I think you would you punt it. Unless you're talking about the Packer game, then we were talking about that earlier. And absolutely, I'd have went for the field goal there.
See, but Matt, like Ivan, we stack rock.
Ivan said I can write dirty poems. It's like a rapper. You're a rapper, is what you're saying. He can write raps.
Why does that not surprise me? That doesn't surprise me.
I want to see you say these, and then we'll throw some music behind them. We'll have you come back on the show. You read these poems. It depends how dirty they are. This is a family show, but I can't imagine anything from you is too dirty. But here we go. They're going to be Geno Smith. He's going to hand the thing off the middle. Thing they did all day. That's going to be about 3-yard gain. Not a lot there. 3rd down. Come on, we need to get Genty involved. I feel like the Raiders had it figured out. They started this game, had it figured out, and just went away from it. Where have Packer fans heard of this before? This is a freak phenomenon.
Hey, you know what's missing tonight in the chat? What did everybody eat for dinner tonight? We haven't talked about food yet.
I'm going to have Arby's when I'm done. I was out and about in the world today doing some stuff, and I stopped at Arby's. You know, I always like to have a little bit for later. You know, it's not a one-time thing for me. I'm a microwave some stuff. You know what I mean? But here we go. Brock Bowers, 3 targets, 1 reception, 31 yards, and he's their big-time dog. You know what I mean? He balled out last week against the Jaguars. When you mention like the previous games, it seems like you like researched the game. But really, I just saw the graphic earlier, so that's how I know that. 3rd down and 6, and I remember it. I don't know how. I never remember anything, but I remember that. Here we go. They're going to be Geno Smith's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. They got some motion going on here. 3rd and 6. What do they got up the sleeve? They got to make a play right here. Oh, and they're not going to. That's a sack. Denver gets in for the sack. That's 4th down, and the Raiders off.
Nothing.
What are we doing, dude? If you like Arby's, maybe you want to try Cat's Deli. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not real particular about places to eat. I'll eat anywhere. You know what I mean? Unless it's like some fancy place like doesn't have stuff I like. Like I don't care, dude. I eat anything. You see how I look? I'm a picky eater, but not when it comes to like trashy food. You know what I mean? I'm getting fat eating everything that my kids don't finish. Dude, that's about it. Like, we ain't wasting that. I'm going to eat that thing. All right, we're at the 2-minute warning. We're going to be right back after these messages. You know what I mean? I'll be right back. Let me grab that beer.
Any news, Dan?
Not yet.
I love you.
We're here for you. Kwik Trip.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolet.
All right, here we go. We are back at this thing. 7-7 ball game over here. And, 2-minute warning over here. I'm kind of disappointed in the Raiders. You know what I mean? Rooting for them. And then they just switch stuff up. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of...
Loser! You're a loser!
I don't know why I'm feeling some type of way. Like it's my team. The old school throwback logos from the Packers and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Lots of old logos look really good. Yeah, I like those really, really old ones. Packers don't have a bunch, but they have some from back in the day. We have a return over here. He's going to get to about the 27-yard line. 150 to go in the second quarter. Yeah, that old like Lambo kind of like logo they had. I don't know if I might have it back here somewhere. We have the old Tundra Tales book. Maybe it's in this thing. Anyways. First down and 10, 150 to go in the second quarter. They're going to try to get something going over here before half. They have one timeout left, the Broncos do. Bo Nick's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. Where are they at here? About the 27-yard line. He's back to throw. He tosses this thing to his... Oh, incomplete. Tosses it to his running back on the screen over here, kind of on the flat.
Oh, you almost had it.
Almost to the other team.
You gotta be quicker than that.
You know what I mean? You know why they call it a wide receiver screen? Because when teams do it a lot, you change your screen to something else. I hate them. I mean, they're never really all that successful. You might break one for like 7 yards, and there's some players that can just kind of bust them off. But more times than not, it's not happening, dude. Just run the ball if you're going to do it. Second down and 10. Here we go. Bo Nix back to throw. He looks at the right side, and he's going to have completion here. Not the first down, but it's going to be third down, I think about 3. Got a nice chunk right there. We kind of hurrying this thing up over here. They're close to the 35-yard line. 1:27 to go in this half. He's back to throw. Yeets this thing. That's going to be completed near midfield. That's going to be a first down for the Denver Broncos. Bryant gives a little... There's a flag on a play, though. I'm not sure if you're like in a hurry up, you should be doing all this first down marking thing. So, but let's see what this flag is. Pass interference on the offense. That's going beep, 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 all the way back. I always forget Pete Carroll's the coach of the Raiders until I see him like throw him on screen. I'm like, oh yeah, he's the guy drawing this up. I can't believe all the players on Green Bay injury report. The thing about the Packers and their injury report, most of those players are limited participants. I feel like the Packers over-report, and I've seen Aaron Nagler talk about this before, and that actually affirms like what I've always thought. Is they kind of just anyone who is like at all banged up, they kind of throw on there. Maybe some teams don't do that. Third down and 14. Here we go. Bo Nix back to throw. He's got room. He's going to pull it up, and that's going to be a first down. I thought he was going to run that thing. Pulled up into the pocket and then just shot it. That's going to be a first down. There's 1:10 to go. First down and 10. They're trying to hurry up here. They're going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. But there's a flag in this play. But yeah, let's talk about this while we figure this out at the same time. But like with the Packers, like Christian Watson's on there for a knee. That's the same knee injury. Like, the reason that he was out, you know what I mean? So like they're just because someone's on the injury report doesn't mean that they're necessarily like not going to play or even a question about it.
I think they still have him on there because he's limited for plays yet. That's why he's still on there.
Yeah, because he's limited in practice. They're not fully letting him practice. But most of the players on that injury report were limited participation. So we won't know, who's going to play, who's not going to play. But I bet a big, most of those guys are going to play. Yeah, it could be to throw that team out. And I think you're just supposed to. But here we go. Bo Nix back to throw. He's looking. He's throwing right side, and that's going to be almost intercepted. I don't know if the Raiders players are allowed to catch balls on defense. Because I feel like they've had a couple that they could have got a piece of. He didn't really try that hard. 43 seconds to go. Here we go. Second down and 15. Ivan said, I love that ham and Swiss flatbread from Kwik Trip. I could eat 8 a day. I have once. It was a Tuesday. No, those are really good. I think those are very underrated, dude. those flatbread ham and Swiss. You know what I mean? I didn't whistle there. There you go. I'm not really good at whistling. Never was. 2nd and 15. Here we go. Bo Nick's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. They're at the 33-yard line. He's back to throw. Oh, he does not have time. He's got someone on his heels, but he tosses this thing deep down the field, and that one is intercepted. The Raiders are allowed to catch balls, and he's returned this thing. He's at 25, he's at 30, he's at 35. He's trying to cut it back, and he is getting taken down to the ground. The 35-yard line, 27 seconds to go, and the Raiders end this like little drive trying to score some points before half. And maybe the Raiders got a little juice in them, but they have all 3 of their timeouts actually, so they can try to do something here. But Bo Nix, what was he doing here? Let's check the replay here. He's looking to throw. He's rolling right. He just yeets this thing. I don't know what he sees. There's double coverage back there. That was just a bad decision. That was a bad decision.
I give you one little thing to do, and you screw it up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, man, we should have kept Stokes. Yeah, Packers secondary situation, though, right now, not looking good. Ivan said we need Jacobs to have a huge game with great play calling. Yeah, that'd be good. Here we go. We're gonna the Raiders gonna be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. 27 seconds to go. He's looking to throw, and he's looking to throw deep, and he goes down the field. And does he have it? Oh, he dropped it. Incomplete. In and out of his hands. I don't know.
Oh, you almost had it.
Too far.
You better be quicker than that.
But that was close. It was a Thornton Jr. Yeah, he kind of had a little stutter step right there. Nice route. And I don't know. I think he just dropped it. I don't think he caught it. No, you got to catch that, dude. Beautifully thrown. Beautiful ball. Oh. 2nd down and 10. Erica said I had a leftover half of a club turkey bacon wrap with chips, and it was and it was delicious. It sounds delicious. You know what I mean? 2nd down and 10. I think they're going to call a timeout here. So, so they call a timeout there. Predetermined throw for interception. Yeah, that's kind of like, it looked like it. I mean, and Jordan Love kind of had that one that he threw up. And I think that one got caught in the wind. But I still think it was a horrible decision. So even if there wasn't wind, it probably wouldn't have ended very well. It was just a bad decision. And that kind of the same situation right there. But, yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to just throw it up. But here we go. 309 folks watching live across other places. I appreciate you. Look at the AFC West right there. Denver on top. They're having themselves a year. They're tied up right here against a division rival who are 2-6. And we're going to see if they can get something going right here. 21 seconds, they have 2 timeouts. Back to throw. He's dancing around, throws it left side. He's going to be completed. And he's going to get out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. 15 seconds to go. I think they're just going to try to get far enough maybe to get field goal out of this thing. I think they'd be happy with that. It's 3rd down and 1, though. I enjoyed rooting for underdogs, but when on a pick'em league, it kind of takes away from it. No, I mean, I did pick Denver, and I'm still rooting for the Raiders. I don't even care. I'm like 106th in the pick'em league, so it's not like, you know what I mean? I can't do. The thing is, but when you root for a team, you don't have a choice. I don't choose to root for a team. All of a sudden, it just comes out. I didn't plan on rooting for the Raiders in this game, but here we are. Geno Smith, he's back to throw. He's got pressure. He's running left. He's got to get rid of it. He does, and that's going to be completed to Genty. No, he fumbles it out of bounds. Oh my goodness, that was not good at all. That was horrible, in fact. No, but I do feel like that about football. It's like, or any sport really. You start watching the team, all of a sudden you just find yourself rooting for them. You didn't plan to. It just, your heart does what your heart does. That's what sports is. You know what I mean? We are at halftime, as you can see. Philly boy, did we do that after the first quarter?
Yes, we did.
Oh, man, I must have blacked out. I saw a picture of WWE superstar Liv Morgan rocking the Packers gear before. Oh, there you go. I didn't see that. State said I picked Denver. I think most people probably picked Denver. I picked Denver as well, but I'm still rooting for the Raiders. That's just how it goes, you know what I mean? At least it's a good, close game full of poor decisions and bad coaching. This is what we want. But yeah, here we go. 7-7 ball game going to halftime. 306 folks watching live. We're going to walk away for halftime and we'll come right back. You know what I mean? Come hang out with me. Don't go nowhere. You know what I mean? And Pete Carroll, look at him run off. You know, he's an old crusty dude, but he could probably outrun me. You know what I mean? Just watch him run right there. Good form. You know what I mean? I'm not very athletic. If I run more than like 20 feet, you know what I mean? I'm either going to fall or stop. You know what I mean? You know. All right. So, but yeah, anyways, we're going to be right back after these messages. You know what I mean?
That boy is good.
Good and terrible.
Today, Junior?
Well, we're waiting.
Hey, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolet.
1, 2, 3.
Hey, you know anything about this guy?
I know he likes billboards. This is the 342nd one we've put up this year.
Oh, you know, I've heard he's actually a decent lawyer.
I'm sure he is.
I always wanted to do that. Hey, I'll help you clean up. Sorry about that.
Sure.
You guys have been doing a great job. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice beard, though.
Oh, thanks.
The Ultimate fan would know that the Packers played their first ever road game in Ishpeming, Michigan.
An Ultimate fan would know that Coach LaFleur was the 15th head coach and that he won 7 out of his first 8 games.
If anyone should decide who the Ultimate Packers fan is, I should make that call.
Coach LaFleur?
Could you make the cut and become the Kwik Trip Ultimate Packers fan presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar?
One lucky fan will win a prize pack that includes $50,000 and 2 tickets to every Packers home and away game next season. Full rules at quicktrip.com/sweepstakes.
Are you the ultimate Packers fan? You could be. You know what I mean? Check the Quick Rewards app over there on Kwik Trip. So let's get to some chat over here. And then we're going to talk about this Packer game a little bit. Kevin says, so no running in New York City. Yeah, I'm not a good runner. But I want to talk about the Packers a little bit. The Green Bay Packers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me see your score predictions. Like, what are you thinking? Everyone in the chat, what are you thinking about? What do the Packers have to do? Do you think the Packers can win this game? You know, everyone's obviously. I think it's not a real. I'm not sure where the spread is. I think it's pretty close, but I don't remember exactly. But I feel like everyone's kind of picking the Eagles to win this game. So let me know in the chat. What do you think the Packers need to do? Can they win this game? You know, Tucker Kraft obviously going down. They got some injuries going on. Christian Watson back. I think that's huge. They can get Matthew Golden involved. I think they're talking about Jayden Reed not being back for this game, but I think it was maybe the Thanksgiving game they were talking about, if I remember correctly. Arnold says 24-20 to Eagles. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people are going to pick the Eagles to win this game. I think the Packers can win this game, but they have to play the ball that they're able to play, but they just don't play all the time. So they have to, you know, the play calling has to improve. Like some of the decision-making by players and coaches. I think this team can do some stuff, but they have to come out and have their best version of them. They can't play stupid. They can't play scared. They have to get after it. Musgrave's got to pick it up a little bit. And Musgrave kind of said that's what he said. What Packer fans can expect from me is I'm gonna come out here and ball. So Musgrave, let's see what he's got. I think Musgrave, he obviously was drafted ahead of Kraft. He was supposed to be that dude. Injury kind of gave Kraft the upper edge, and then Kraft kind of took it and he balled, obviously. But I think we're going to see what Musgrave can do, and we're going to see Josh Jacobs as well. As he's got that calf injury. He's kind of, I wouldn't say, I'm not sure like what's going on with it exactly. But there we go. So Vinny, how you doing? You had a little break. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I snuck away for just a little bit here. This is my chance to sneak away at halftime. Yeah.
So I want to bring you in here. What do you think of Packers Eagles Monday Night Football? I'm not gonna, if you got a score prediction, you can shoot it out. But what are you thinking about this game?
Well, it's going to be a close game, I think. If the Packers come out fired up, it's going to be a close game. I'll bet you it comes right down to a field goal too. 27-24 is what I'm thinking. Packers.
What was that?
27-24 Packers.
27-24. Arnold says, I'm always horrible pessimistic. 30 years of Packers playoff debacles have broken me. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone, fan the way they do. I think the Packers are going to win. But I think, like you say, I think it's going to be very close. And I think it's, it's hard to say, well, I think the Packers are going to win because everyone saw how the Packers played against Panthers. And they're going up against the Eagles, the best team in the NFC right now. And the Eagles, if you watch any Eagles games, like they can get after it. So, but I do believe if the Packers play at their best, play like how they're capable of playing, they can win this game. Like I do think it's going to be close. It's going to be a hard fought battle. But if they show up and do what they are capable of doing, Tuck Kraft's out, but Musgrave's still in there. This offense has to get after it. I don't think that there shouldn't be a question or a worry about the defense. The defense is doing it. They only allowed 16 points against the Panthers. It was like 105 passing yards. Like they did their job. It was the offense wasn't able to get it figured out. And I trust this offense. I trust Jordan Love. Jordan Love is that dude. I changed nothing. That changed nothing of my thoughts.
And they're going to be fired up too, and they seem to do well against really good teams for some reason.
Yeah, they do. And it's Monday Night Football, Lambeau Field. Like this, if this doesn't hype you up, I don't know like what's going to.
I agree.
Nick says Jordan Love play huge in prime time. You know what I mean? Monday Night Football, dude. This is like the mecca of like what players like grow up dreaming about. Monday Night Football, and you're at Lambeau Field. You're at home. Like let's just go out here and play smart football. Clean up the penalties. And the penalties are so huge. There's so many drive killers. You know what I mean? It's horrible. But here we go. Vinny, what are you thinking? How you feeling? Say some stuff so I can take a drink.
Well, I'm thinking, I didn't have much time for a break, and I was a little upset about it, and I've got a little a clip right here to tell you how I feel. So here,
let me know.
You have failed me for the last time.
Matt, you there?
What was that?
Hey, everybody, we rehearsed this.
Yeah,
for
I
like
didn't go
10
long
minutes.
enough, I didn't go long. That's funny. Because we literally rehearsed that. Let's do it again. Do it again. This time it'll be better.
All right. Here we go. Okay. Everybody act surprised that you didn't see this the first time. Okay, here we go.
Act it out.
Here we go.
You have failed me for the last time.
Matt, where are you?
Well, that seemed a little excessive. See, that was better, right?
That was way better, but yeah.
I give you one little thing to do, and you screw it up.
I think that was good. The
All right, chat.
Let us silent. The chat was like, I don't know what's happening here. This place is off the rails.
He does that to entertain me. That's like my payment, basically. Yes.
We got because they're Karen. You know what I mean? At least someone lets us.
Yes, and Karen, like I said, your shirt is getting shipped out next week, so you will have it sometime next week. Okay.
Next week. Good stuff. Okay, while we do this, I see the commercial over here for like fan picks. Let's check the old prize picks. Seems like a good time to do that. You know what I mean? Oh, what the hell is this?
Well, we're waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting too. What's going on here, dude? All right, let me try it again. I didn't go out of the app and go back in. Wouldn't refresh. What's going on? You know what I mean? All right, let's see if it goes.
No. Wait.
All right, so it looks like I'm pretty trashy at prize picks right here. Bo Nix, 220.5 passing yards. I took the over. He's at 101. Dobbins, 71.5 rushing yards. I took the over on that. He's at 22. Gentry, 54.5 rushing yards. I took the over. He's at 35. And I picked the Raiders kicker to have 2 field goals. So I figured the Raiders would die off on a drive, kick the field goals. So far, not so good. Geno Smith, 212.5 passing yards. I took the over. He's at 94. And 11.5 rushing yards for Geno Smith. He's at 6. It was 11.5. I took the over on that. And, so far, not looking good. I think it would be a miracle if all those happened. You know what I mean?
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
You know what I mean? That'll happen. Jesse, if Barkley can't go because I know he was on the injury report, we would be going up against A.J. Dillon, wouldn't we? Yes, we would. But I don't think that's going to happen. Barkley's going to play. I think I saw something earlier, too, but he was like a fully participant in practice, possibly. I forget exactly what it was, so that might not be it. But I expect Barkley to play. Because I feel like I saw something. So if somebody knows some information about the old Barkley injury, let us know. Hammer the chat, you know what I mean? But here we go. 316 folks watching live right now across all the places. And I appreciate you. Packers, Monday Night Football, they're showing it right here. Packers, Eagles at Lambeau Field. And then, next week, Thursday, I'm off to the New York City. The old Wisconsin boy going on up there. Going to check out what the big city folk are like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so basically to let everybody know the schedule ahead of time, we will be back Sunday night for the Sunday night game, for the Steelers game. Monday night, Packers. And then Tuesday night, we will have the Pick'em show and the normal Tuesday show, sort of cramming them both into one. And then Matt will be doing some family stuff and heading off to New York.
Yep. So next Wednesday, we're not going to do a show because I'm going to be getting ready for, I have to work Thursday morning. But I'm getting ready for, going and whatever. But here we go. Yeah, Arnold said, "Yep, Barkley was full practice." That I did think I saw that. So there you go.
I am trying to talk Matt into popping in once while he's in New York, maybe at the hotel room.
I'm gonna be live a lot from my phone, probably at certain times. But yeah, we might try to string something together.
I'll work on them, folks. I'll work on them.
Because if I go live from my phone, it'll probably be on Facebook, so it won't be everyone. But I'll see what.
No. You'll pop in here, and I got you.
Here we go. They're coming back over. They got the 4 screens over here. Pete Carroll, dude's like 145. He's been coaching since Lincoln. The big hats were still in style when he started coaching. Here comes the kickoff. What's going on? We're going to have a return here. He's going to get to about the 20-yard line. No, he's not. He's going to get thrown back. Flags go flying. But the Raiders special teams comes out here with some fury. Carlson's the kicker over there. Isn't that Carlson's brother? Didn't Carlson? Isn't there 2 of them? I thought there was. There's a chance Vinny could live stream the Giants game. Just have a blank screen and Vinny talk. You know what I mean? Just have Vinny out here. Just have it like just staring at my while Vinny talks. Or Vinny does it, you know?
Actually, I could just do a cutout of Matt and cut the lips out, and I'll just put my lips in there and make it look like Matt's talking.
Right? And just be like... Yeah, I think Carroll's been coaching since the Revolutionary War. I think Pete Carroll coached the first ever football game. I think that's what I heard. What's going on? Like I see my cat. but I hear it coming from here. I feel like. How do you know my cat's in here? That's a weird thing. That's what I want to know. But,
I could hear it. I could hear it. That's why.
Oh, okay. I was like, you got other cameras in here that I don't know about? But yeah, my cat's walking around. You guys want to see the cat? Let's make an appearance there, kitty cat. Look at the camera, dude.
Oh, you can actually hear him purring too.
Yeah, I got a good mic. You know what I mean? All right, I don't think he wants to be there no more. He, she, whatever. I think it's Lucy, so it might not be a he. There we go. You know what I mean? What's up, Stacy? We're having a good time over here. First down and 15. They're gonna hand this thing off. Denver is. And they're going to get nothing, about a couple yards. They don't get much, though. It's going to be second down. Packers had Anders. Raiders have Daniel. Yes, there were two of them. That's what I thought. And I think this guy's the good one. So that's a big cat. You know what I mean? I think it looks bigger, too, the way I hold it. 'Cause I hold it like an idiot. But it is. It's a beastly cat. You know what I mean?
Actually, truth is, Matt's little.
Yeah, I just have little hands. Second and 12. Here we go. Bo Nick's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. They're at the 5-yard, about the 7-yard line over here. He's going to be looking to throw. And he's in the end zone. He's rolling out, and that's going to be incomplete. And again, the freaking Broncos are starting to drive way back here. It's third down and 12 now. And they're inside, what are they at? About the 7-yard line. So, like, this is what is really kind of, I wouldn't say beating them. It's a tie game right here, but this is how kind of the Raiders kind of kept them in check. Oh, I felt weird. I thought I was going to drop the mic. But even that one touchdown is when they should have punted it. Kind of locked them back. Don't give them any easy possessions. But here we go. Bo Nix. Max Crosby looks fired up a little bit. Not really. He didn't. He looked kind of bored, honestly. But here we go. 7-yard line. Bo Nix is in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. He's back to throw from his own end zone, and that's going to be incomplete, and fourth down and 12 from the 7, and they're going to have to punt and give the Raiders excellent field position. You know what I mean? Bronco fans are confused. They're like, what's happening here? The Broncos look like a very bad football team right here. They're obviously not. They're 7-2. But today, on this Thursday in the year 2025, in the month of November, on the day of whatever day it is, they're not looking good. And that's kind of how the NFL is. That's what people talk about the Browns. The Packers lost to the Browns. The Packers lost to the Panthers. Sometimes you play like crap. And right here, the Broncos are, and they're 7-2. They're going to get this return from about the 40-yard line. The Raiders are looking to run left. There's a flag on the play. Of course, it's the NFL. And he's going to run a little bit, and then he goes out of bounds. And we're going to see what this flag is. Probably a hold. Is there ever not a hold on a punt return? Yeah, holding. I'm stunned. If you're just tuning in. Who's just tuning in? Dude, Genty right here. Dude, let Genty flourish, dude. They're showing his replay of a play that should have been. Let me check the fantasy. Let's see how Genty's doing for me in this particular ball game. He's got 10 points. Let's get him a touchdown and just take it over a little bit. But so he's got some guys playing tonight too. Whoever I'm playing, he or she, I don't know who this is. It's gonna be Sutton. He's got and Franklin. Franklin's got just about 10 points. So we're gonna need Genty to go ahead and get a touchdown or 2 or 3. You know what I mean? First down and 10. 13:50 to go in the third quarter. Geno Smith's gonna be under center. He's got, I think, Genty in the backfield here. They're at the 29-yard line, so that backed him up a lot. You know, that they had him in a good field position situation, but with that hold, it was brutal for him. And they're going to have a run up here at Genty right up the middle, and that's how you run football. And that's going to be about 4 or 5 yards on that. That's how you run the football, bro. Dude, this cat is tweaking. It's like looking at me and meowing like, what do you want from me? Like, what am I doing? Mahomes must have sent his refs to this game. I think it's just an active group, you know what I mean? Packers, Eagles on the 50th anniversary of the Edmund Fitzgerald sinking. Cue the Gordon Lightfoot. We're going to have a run over here by Genty. That was a smart comment, Ryan. I feel like that was smarter than I could acknowledge. Excuse me. Third down. Inside 13 minutes to go here in the third quarter, 3rd and 2. Chip Kelly, Raiders offensive coordinator. Really? I didn't know that guy was still doing it. I mean, that would kind of explain some of it. I don't know. How good is Chip Kelly? Here we go. 3rd down and 2, 12:40 to go in the third quarter. They're going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. Are they going to run? Are they going to pass Denver? I think they're going to bring some heat here. They're going to have to get rid of this thing pretty quick if they're going to pass it. All right, so I think they're going to call. What's going on here? There's a flag on a play. The clock ran out. I'm not sure if a timeout was called before. No, there's a timeout on Las Vegas. So no penalty. Yeah, this is a bad, dude. This is bad when you got a burn timeout. Like, what's going on, dude? Oh, my goodness. You know what I mean? Dude, if I was a Raiders fan, I'd be losing my mind right now. Like, you're in position to beat the Broncos. They're 7-2. Obviously, you're having a bad year. You're 2-6. You are, just don't make mistakes, and, things are going all right for you. Is Wade Phillips still coaching? I'm not sure he's still alive, dude. I hope he is. I hope he's having a good time. But I don't know. I haven't heard about him in a long time. 3rd down and 2. Genty, 12 rushes, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Let's add to that right here. Here we go. Geno Smith's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's back to throw. He's looking. He gets rid of it, and that's going to be overthrown off the fingertips. Incomplete. Just a bad throw, and that's 4th down and 2. And Lockett, he might got him hurt on that one. A few of my coworkers are Broncos fans. Hopefully they win. And I think they're going to. I just kind of like to go for the underdog. And, the Broncos beat the Packers in the Super Bowl all those years ago, and I still kind of hold that. Wade Phillips coaches in the XFL. There you go. At least he's having a good time. You know what I mean? I know last he was coaching XFL League. There you go. So, yeah, he's in the XFL. As long as he's having a good time, you know what I mean? He did some stuff in the NFL. Here comes the punt over here. They got a fair catch about the 16-yard line. 12:20 to go in the third quarter. And, dude, we got ourselves a barn burner over here, 7-7. How are you watching this game if you ain't drinking? You know what I mean? That's my question. All right, they're at commercial. We're going to go to commercial. I'm going to grab another brew. Thanks for rocking with me, people. Let's go. Go, Pack, go.
Just do it!
That's a very aggressive commercial. You know what I mean? But here we go. What up, boys? We got Frosty the Snowman in the building. Just season, dude. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. Frosty's time to shine. You know what I mean? It's time to get chilly. Now you can go outside. You don't got to hang out in freezers no more. It's your time, baby. We're here for it. Jesse, Raiders haven't been good since they let go of the best wide receiver they will ever have in a long time. That's Devontae Adams. Because look at Adams this year. He's been doing fantastic and helping. You know what I mean? He's thinking after. But I don't think the Raiders were really good when he was there either. The Raiders usually aren't that good, you know. But we're going to have a run over here by Denver, and that's a big-time run, about 7 yards. They're going to get on first down. But, yeah, they were better then, I would assume. But, yeah, they just couldn't figure it out. And, like, Max Crosby, like, he's loyal to the Raiders, and like, he's really all they got going right now. You know what I mean? They got to build around him, or they're going to waste his career. You're paying all that money, and, you know what I mean? You got really nothing going on. But I guess you got to have someone to put on the posters outside the buildings and whatnot. You know what I mean? You got to have one player in there. But hopefully, you know, I'm rooting for the Raiders. So here we go. 2nd down and 3. Bo Nix is in shotgun. He's got a man to his left. He's going to hand this thing off up the middle. He's patient with it. And he's going to get near the first down marker. Depends where they marked it. It's going to be very, very close. Very close here. 11:34 to go in the third quarter. We have 326 folks watching live right now. 3 people on Twitch. 3 people on a Twitch machine. 2 are probably bots, you know what I mean? Possibly. We get those comments once in a while. So here we go, 3rd down and 1. That guy, what's his name? Throckmorton? That's a long last name. He's like, can you put my first and last name together? No spaces.
It's pronounced Throckmorton. Thank you.
Dude, that sounds very like that, like a Viking name. You know what I mean? And not like a Minnesota Viking, but like a real Viking, like the one they stole from. If the Packers lose this week, which I hope they don't, will LaFleur be on the hot seat? I really don't think so. I think it depends like how this season's going to go. They're going to look at it. I just don't see like the. I don't. I just don't see them LaFleur being fired this offseason. I just don't see it. I know people say,
this is great. We're getting the inside scoop here,
make
fellas.
some like changes, and he wants this and he wants that. I mean, I expect the Packers to finish good. I expect the Packers to go to playoffs. Now, if they don't and they just kind of die off and they have a bad game after bad game, everything goes bad, then that changes some stuff. But I don't expect that to happen. I don't think just from this week it would happen. I think it'd be overall going in, how do the Packers finish? And like, does Jordan Love improve and like all that stuff? We're going to have a sneak over here by the quarterback. They're trying to get the first down. That was close. And I think it has to do with everything. I think if they just crumble away and they just kind of die off, then I could see it. Where he's on a hot seat and they have to make a decision. But other than that, I don't see it. 10:37 to go in the third quarter. 7-7 ball game. He didn't like the spot right there, you know what I mean? It's 1st down and 10. They're going to throw a quick pass right side, and that's going to be completed on the sideline, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Denver Broncos. And they got a little something brewing over here, you know what I mean? Raiders had a flash in the pan making it to the Super Bowl in 2002, but lost to Tampa. Otherwise, the Raiders franchise has been in the cellar. Yeah, they have not been a good football team. Yeah, they're not good. This was a big-time play, though, for Denver. Bo Nix going to be in shack, and he's got a man to his right. He's changing some stuff up over here. Inside 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. He's going to hand it off. He's running left side. He's got a little bit of room. He cuts it in. Dude, that was a nice run right there on 1st and 10. It's going to be a 2nd down and 3.
That boy is good.
Is LaFleur losing the locker room? Dumb question. I don't think so. I don't think he's losing the locker room. I think everyone's playing for him. I don't think the locker room's kind of jacked up.
What?
But
What? What'd you say?
Shout out to the graphics department over here. 2nd down and 3. Bo Nix gonna be under center. He's going to hand it off. He's going to, oh, nothing there. Dude tries to roll out of that. Oh, good job. He got a little bit, but got about half of it, but not going to be enough. And that's going to be third down. About one, but he shouldn't have got nothing out of that. He kind of just kept rolling. Oh, that was the Gruden Bowl. Yeah, back in the day with you're talking about the Raiders versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that Super Bowl. Yeah, dude, that was a good one. That was a good. I do love me some John Gruden. John Gruden, I think, is a good football coach, good football mind. You see, like, he does stuff on social media now. Anytime he's just talking about football, like, he has passion for it. I love it. Third down and one. Here we go. Bo Nix going to be under center. He's going to pitch this thing. You're trying to run it left side. He's got the hole there. That's going to be a first down. He runs out of bounds about the 45-yard line. So there they go. First down for the Denver Broncos over here.
There's been some talk about Gruden if the Badgers move on from Fickle. There's been talk about Gruden possibly coming to Madison to coach the Badgers.
I mean, I don't know. I don't see him doing college, but I do think he likes Wisconsin. So, yeah, that'd be interesting. I would love it. I'd probably watch a lot more Badger games. Here we go. Bo Nix back to throw. He's going to toss this thing middle of the field. That's completed. And he's going to be, oh, yeah, I thought he was going to get the first down on that, but he's going to be down. About an 8-yard gain to Harvey. It's going to be second down. Gruden should be coaching in the NFL still. Yeah, if I was an owner and I was like firing my coach or, you know, whatever, if I was in that position to hire, I would definitely interview John Gruden. I think I would hire him. I think he gets guys fired up. I think sometimes after he coaches so long on the same team, that kind of dies off or whatever. But I feel like he coming into a new team, he can get everyone fired up. He knows ball. He knows how to coach quarterbacks. Like I think he's good. But we have a flag over here. It's going to be a false start on the offense.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
You know what I mean? 7:15 to go in the third quarter. The whole time we're doing, I'm just thinking about those Arby's roast beef, classic roast beef sandwiches with cheddar cheese sauce on them.
Arby's, we've got the meat.
You know what I mean? They do got the meats. Here we go. They're going to hand this thing off. He's looking to run up the middle. He's dancing around. He's going to get near the first down marker. Not going to get there. 2nd and 8. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 1. 3rd and short over here. Look at that. I got a free taco coming to me. I just got an alert from Venmo. 3rd down and 1. Here we go. Bo Nix going to be under center. They're at the 35-yard line. They need a yard here for the first down. They throw it backwards. And now he's looking to throw. What a stupid play call on 3rd down and 1. That's got to be one of the worst play calls I've ever seen in my life. What was that? Hang on, I might have to tweet that out.
Man, it's dang old complicated, you know, man. It's like a dang old Rubik's Cube, man. You like talking about blue, red, man, then you get to one side, and then you like mess it up the other side, man.
That was a horrible play call. I had to make sure people who follow me on Twitter know about it. 4th down and 6. Here we go. And they're going to have a field goal attempt. 59-yarder. It's up. Is that going to go through? And it looks like it is. It's long enough. No. It was short. Did it hit the goalpost? Let's check this replay right here. I think it wasn't
short.
Long. No, it was short. It was just short. You know what I mean? Green Bay should bring Gruden in for an offensive coordinator. I would be definitely down with that. Let him call the plays too. You know what I mean? I'd be okay with that. I don't think Matt LaFleur would be, but I would be. But yeah. He could be like Bill Parcells and revitalize franchises. You know what I mean? I think I do think he'll get his shot. he will coach again. I think he's in a situation where he can kind of pick and choose. Doesn't have to come back this year because, like he's doing his thing with Barstool, and I'm not, whatever. Barstool's Barstool. But I think he's great at the content that he puts out on social media. But I think, the right situation comes up. I think someone will hire him. Someone will, they will start interviewing him at some point. But, you had that scandal going on or whatever that was with the emails. I'm not really even sure about all that. But, they had some lawsuits. They had all types of stuff going on. So maybe he gets another chance, but maybe not because of the lawsuit situations. I'm going to say I don't know all about all that. This play calling, dude, I don't even know what that was. Like, they threw the ball like 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and then they were trying to run it, have him throw it downfield, and it wasn't there, so he ran around a little bit and then got tackled. Like, what was that? That was like possibly the worst thing that's ever happened in football. Matt LaFleur's looking at that like, yeah, let him talk about that for a while. Not me going for it on 4th down and 8. But yeah, there you go.
Hey, Matt, well, we got a little bit of time.
Play that pre-intro.
Yeah, that pre-intro, because before shows, I've been making little intros for people, but for those that aren't here in the beginning, these are some funny little things we make to begin the shows with. So here's what tonight's was.
All right, get to it. Stop yapping.
I'm about to bust. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the bathroom. Oh, good
26
Lord.
to 7. Let's dance town. You know what I mean? Let's dance. Hank Hill does not approve. I don't think he approves. My cat's down here.
I think he's scarred for life. I don't know.
These are millionaire coaches and players. Yeah. And this is what they're doing. That's the play call that they had. But yeah, dude, what we got here? 7-7 ball game. 5:34 to go in the third quarter. It is 7-7. He said that was hilarious. There you go, Vinny. Good job by Vinny. You know what I mean? He does good work. That's all him. All right, here we go. The Raiders are going to be 1st down and 10, 5:34 to go in the third quarter. He's back to throw. Geno Smith gets it off. Oh, that ball is in the air and it's intercepted. That ball got popped in the air and they're still running it back. And here we go, the 50, at the 45, they're inside the 40, and he goes down to about the 33-yard line. That was not Geno Smith's fault at all. That ball popped up. Was that Genty that popped that thing in the air? Yikes. Not really representing the old fantasy football team very well. Are we there, bud? You know what I mean? You don't just represent the Raiders. You represent my fantasy team. But there we go. See, people liked it. You know what I mean?
That's good. My job is to make Matt stand out from everybody else. That's my job. That's what I do.
There we go. And we are out here. We out here standing out. Well done, Vinny. Absolutely. But yeah, that was a horrible play right there. So now the Broncos are in a really good situation. You have a 7-7 ball game. My mic is on. I gotta fix this one day. I always forget about it when I'm not live, and then when I'm live, I'm like, oh yeah, this mic sucks. But yeah, that not good by Genty over there. At least it doesn't affect him fantasy football wise. Geno Smith still gets credit for that interception. 1st down and 10. Here come the Broncos. They're at the 33-yard line. He's gonna hand this thing off. They're going to try to bust this thing back. He got nowhere, dude. Went left, tried to cut it back right. Nothing there. Goes in the middle. And
you get nothing.
Maybe a foot. He might have got a foot. Matt does that all by himself and his diet. What the hell are you talking about?
Stand out? Is that what he's trying to say?
I'm not sure. I think he's calling me fat. I'm not sure.
That's no way to make friends.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what he's saying. Here we go. We're gonna be Bo Nick's gonna be in shotgun. All right, he's back to throw. He's looking. He's dancing around. Now he's rolling right. He's running 15 yards backwards, and he gets rid of it. I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage though. There's a flag on the play. He ran back so far. Pass interference on the offense. What a horrible play. Dude, you wouldn't even know that the Broncos are 7-2 watching this game. You would think this is a 2-6 team playing a 3-5 team. That's what you would think. These are two trash teams, you know what I mean? A lot of mistakes, a lot of stupid play calls. Look at him just running backwards like 20 yards. I don't know. Are you going to the Monday Night Football game? I am not. I'm going to be doing a live watch party, but I'll probably be down there maybe during the day. It's Monday night, so I might go down there during the day, do some stuff. Hang out with some good folks, you know what I mean? Check out the tailgates. My wife just yelled again for being mean. She said I was not nice. Sorry, man. Your wife making you apologize. I'm going to leave that comment up for a little bit. We have a run up the middle over here. That ball came out, they're saying, and the Raiders are saying they got it. And the ref says, absolutely freaking not. It's windy there. You can see the ref's pants just... No, that the ground caused that. It was in, his elbow hit the dirt. Ivan got yelled at by his wife.
I like how you kept it up there for quite a while, too.
Yeah, you got to keep it up there a little bit. I'll put it up there again. Here we go. The Broncos. Bo Nix gets rid of this thing. That's going to be about 3 yards on that reception on the right side. The Raiders eat it up, and that's 4th down. Broncos are lucky to be 7-2. I mean, I don't know who they beat and all that, and I'm sure this is kind of an off game because teams have those. You know what I mean? Especially a division rival. But it's 4th down and 16 now. And the Broncos are not looking good at all. Almost the whole league seems to be in a mid-season funk, and that's the thing. I feel like there's no team in the NFL right now that's just totally dominant all the time. They all have their slips, you know what I mean? Eagles lost to the Giants, the Packers lost to the Browns and the Panthers. You can go through the list of teams and who they lost to. That's kind of how the NFL is. He said it can come down. Don't say it. I'll scroll up. I'll find it. I'll put it back. Here comes the punt. And that's going to be, it's going to bounce around. Oh, that's going to go touchback. It's going to be a touchdown. Or touchback, actually. Jesse says, not sure if my last comment because my internet isn't working, but it was before Stacy's LOL comment. I'm not sure. That's way up there, you know what I mean? I'm not sure what it was. But we're at commercial. We're going to be step away here for a second. Hang with us, folks. 349 folks watching live right now. I appreciate it. Go Pack, go. Let's see who's going to get a dub. 7-7 ball game right here.
This one, Grandpa.
What are you drawing?
I draw me walking the dog if I had a dog.
Where's my donut?
I have no idea.
I like your drawings.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. 348 folks watching live right here. We have a 7-7 ball game. You make it to New York City yet? If so, how was it? No, that's next week. Leaving next Thursday off to New York City. We're going to watch the Giants play the Packers in New Jersey, but we're going to be out in there about 5 days hanging out. Never even been on an airplane, so that should be interesting, you know what I mean? I may be wrong, but I thought I read somewhere that Denver has never held a lead in quarters 1 through 3 this season, but are 7-2. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe they that's what they do. Yeah, the punting sucked. But here we go. First down and 10. They're at the 20-yard line. And the Raiders get another shot over here. Tie ball game. 80 yards to go. He's on a sender. He's got a man in motion. They're going to hand this thing off. Let Genty do what he does best. Run for 2-3 yards at a time. I'm just kidding. But he's my fantasy running back. Let's get some yards here. Let's stack some chips here.
No!
You know what I mean? Brock Bowers last week, 12 catches, 127 yards, 3 touchdowns. Today, 1 catch, 31 yards. Maybe throw the ball to him sometimes. 2nd down and 7. Geno Smith's going to be under center. He's looking to throw. He's rolling right. He's got pressure. He throws to the dirt. That's not going to go to the line of scrimmage. But I think he was outside the pocket, so he can. Nope, flag. So I was wrong. Yeah, the ball's got to get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of down, intentional grounding over here. What is your go-to meal at Culver's? I like I forget what it's called now, but I like it on the sourdough, like whatever they call it. It's on a sourdough. It's like a burger on a sourdough. I don't eat the regular buns. The sourdough. I forget what it's called, but I get that every single time. It's a greasy little bugger, you know what I mean? 3rd down and 20. It's good, though. It's fabulous. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's like their sourdough butter burger, whatever it's called. But we're going to run over here up the middle. Dude, I'm hungry as heck right now. Talking about butter burgers. Shout out to Culver's. Yeah, this game, you know what I mean? This game right here, 7-7 ball game. These are the fun ones to do watch parties for. They put onions on everything at Culver's. I say no onions 100% of the time. I do not mess with onions. You just got to tell them. 4th down and 16 over here. 1:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a windy one.
I think the Raiders should go for a field goal. Just for fun, you know?
Yeah. Here comes the punt. He's going to be kicking this thing from about his 5-yard line. Oh, they collapsed. That ball is blocked. That punt is blocked, and Denver's got it. And they're going to be about the 13-yard line. And that ball was flipping and flopping around like a fish trying to find water. Oh, my goodness. So this game spiced up a little bit. And that's pretty much a gimme touchdown for the Broncos. You know, they're going to have some juice flowing. Let's check this out. This replay here, that line they were coming from everywhere, it felt like. Well, one person for sure. And he just busted right through with Mr. 3-4 over here. He was right in there.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Put his hand up. Oh, it right off his face.
Yes. Yes.
It goes off his face.
Yes.
I say it, and they still do. At Kwik Trip, I always get my sandwiches without onions. I've never had a problem. I go to Culver's and say, you know, I just want pickles and cheese on that thing, you know what I mean? And they never disappoint. Here we go. They're going to be running it. Bo Nix is going to try to run this thing. Oh, he gets sacked. Oh, my God. Sean Payton is the worst play caller. What are they doing?
You get nothing.
Why would you do that on 1st down? They're like, we're going to play action, and then we're going to have Bo Nix run it. But the defense obviously knows all that. I don't know. They deserve to lose, dude. I'm telling you. Michael says, I love onions. I hate pickles. See, we're the opposite. I always get pickles on all my burgers because then if you hit a crunch, you don't, it must have been a pickle. You know what I mean? It doesn't like, if you have a plain burger and you get a crunch, you're like, what the hell is that? Here we go. Bo Nix back to throw. He's going to get rid of incomplete. What a horrible chain of events here. It's 3rd down and 12 for Denver. Denver is not a good football team, dude. You cannot convince me otherwise. I don't care what the record is. This is a trash football team. Oh, my goodness. The play calling, the execution here. You get the ball in like the 13-yard line or whatever it was, and this is what you do. Just throw it to the dirt. Oh, my goodness. Ross likes raw onions. You know what I mean? I do not. I don't care if they're cooked, raw. I can't do it. Larson over here, he loves some pickles. You know what I mean? He's like, he just shove pickles in his face all day. You know what I mean? 3rd down and 12. Here we go. Bo Nix back to throw. And he's going to toss this thing short right side, and there's going to be a sure tackle for a gain of nothing. And that's some good play calling, boys. That's some good play calling. Shout out to the Denver Broncos. Go to the Denver Broncos with play calling. Oh my goodness. Every Broncos fan right now in those stands. That was just horrible.
That's the last time you'll slap your willy around.
They're going to kick a field goal over here. 32-yarder attempt. And that's going to be up, and it's going to be good. So they got gifted 3 points. Couldn't muster up a touchdown there. Onions are the root of all evil. All the devil. A root of the devil. Whoa, you really took it up a notch. You know what I mean? Dude, those fans got to be big time mad, dude. That's horrible. 5 seconds to go in the third quarter over here. Go for it. Close calls for the Broncos. Fourth quarter comebacks. Week 5, 6, 7, 9. They all trailed in all those games and then they won them. Can they do it here? All right, so if that's the case, when do they start, bro? When do they start? Because they haven't done anything. 9. Look at the fourth quarter stats. Yeah, he's had 9 total touchdowns. But, like, dude, they got the blocked kick, and that's good and fun, but the offense did absolutely nothing. Like, this offense can't do nothing against this Raiders defense. Like, Bo Nix does not look very impressive at all. Not that Geno Smith does, but this Raiders defense sure does. Pickles on a burger is awesome. It's a must. If you ain't got pickles, like, what are we doing here? Pickles and cheese. You got that's a minimum. And that's basically where I stop. But, I mean, I get other people like other stuff, but, like, that's minimum to me. But here we go. We're going to have the kickoff over here. I'm in starvation mode. With the 5-yard line, he's going to return this thing. He's at the 25. He's dancing around trying to get past the 30. He does. He gets to about the 32-yard line before he goes down.
Man, I'm thinking we should have one night where everybody just, like, swaps recipes or something.
Let's start a cooking show. I actually had an idea for a cooking show where, like, you go to Kwik Trip and you get you have a quick, you kind of make something elaborate, but it's all stuff that was bought inside a Kwik Trip.
Good idea. Well, you do know how to make macaroni and cheese drunk. I have seen that one.
Yeah, sober, drunk. I can make macaroni and cheese, dude. I can get after it. Look at that. Look at that. Now we got a commercial here. Chili's commercial. Big old burger right there. Looks good.
I know, it's making me hungry too.
Dude, it's like they're like reading our minds, dude. They're like, hey, you guys talking about burgers? So check out Chili's.
And look at those
Chili's
onions.
does have a good burger.
There. Look at those onions on there. Yum.
I don't eat onions. That's disgusting. Anyone who does, I don't know. Onions are pointless to me. I would like to make a drunk cooking show. Yeah, dude, that would be good. And like not just like a drunk cooking show, but like a blacked out drunk cooking show. I saw Culver's has mac and cheese for a limited time. Anyone try it yet? No, not yet. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna try it. I'll try to get over there before I go to New York and do a review. I'll do a review on the Culver's macaroni and cheese.
Did Philly Boy try it? Because he brought it up too.
Yeah, I don't know if he did, but people watch out for that review. Maybe I'll go up there next few days. See, I was there today, but their grill was broke. They had a note up there. Grill is broke. No burgers, no all this other stuff. I was like, well, that's what I came for, so I had to keep it moving. Then I went to Arby's instead. But Culver's I like Culver's.
First off, let me just say how sorry I am for your loss.
You didn't get that burger. I'm so sorry.
That was the most random thing. I'm not trying to figure out how does this pertain to the conversation at hand. But I do love The Sopranos, so anytime you want to throw James Gandolfini up there, always a good.
I felt so sad you didn't get your burger, and that's why you went there. That's why I threw that up there.
Yeah.
See, I care about you, man. You're my friend.
But I got Arby's. Arby's is good too. And Arby's gets a bad rap. People I don't know, sometimes I think it's trendy to start hating on different type of places. And Arby's is one of those places. Is there a Culvert in your hometown? There is not. If I want to go to Culver's, I live, I got to go one way or the other way. Got to go to Green Bay. I can't give the coordinates of where I live. Some people don't like me.
I think you have a McDonald's though, right? McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's isn't real food.
Yeah.
I could go for a Lambeau Field hamburger deluxe and fries and cheese curds. Did you know what I mean, dude? Every time I go to Lambeau, I eat even if I'm not hungry, dude. I just keep eating. They got some good food over there. Here we go. 1st down and 10. The Raiders. They're gonna be play action. Geno Smith. He's gonna try to run. He gets his feet tangled up, but he's gonna fall forward for about a yard. So not a sack, but he tried to get something going there, but just got enough of him. And I think he might be hurt a little bit. He's staying down. He's down on his knees. That would be like going to the Packer game and sign up saying a player is broken. No game. Well, they have ice cream at Culver's and stuff. They have some stuff. Sometimes grills break. I work at a cheese factory. Things break, so I wasn't mad at them. People were in line, like, I was here for ice cream anyways, you know what I mean? And I thought about it. I could just get some ice cream, but I was like, no. Yeah, I don't know what happened. He kind of like hit his leg, but I don't think that was the injury. I think maybe when he went down and hit the ground, something happened. I don't know.
Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not really sure what happened there. But here we go. 362 folks watching live. They're at commercial. We're hanging out right here. I think I'm still good on a beer. Hammer the chat. Let me know what you're thinking about. You know what I mean? How much time is up? I think we're nearing close to the end of the 3rd quarter. I think that's where we're at. Check out the old podcast, the Matt Ramage Show, everywhere that you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify, and all the other sketchy little places. You know what I mean? So go check them out. I wouldn't say they're sketchy, but just the lesser used one. But we're everywhere. So go check it out. And I went to Subway, and they had a sign up saying no bread. Yeah, it's time to shut it down. You know what I mean? If you're Subway and you ain't got no bread, I think that you're making that up, though. I think you're trying to be funny. But yeah, check out the merch. I Don't Talk to Kickers merch is here. I know you've been dying to get it. We got hoodies. We got shirts, all different colors. TheMattRamage.com. Go check it out. Mine is in the mail. I ordered myself one, a hoodie. I wasn't sure what color to go with. We have a lot of colors. All of them don't always have so many options, but it was a tough one. But I like that design. It's good. You know what I mean? And now we're going to be talking about kickers for the rest of the season.
I can't wait for that product to hit the stores.
You know what I mean? Hank Hill knows what's up, and you can get it right now. You don't got to wait for it to hit the stores. You haven't passed out yet? No, we're having a good time. It's a 10-7 ball game, Iowa Joe. Thanks for welcome. Iowa Joe kind of fell asleep. He woke up like, oh, this thing's still on. You know what I mean? So then he's probably tapping it over here. I know that's what happened. I like the gold one. Yeah, I thought about getting the gold one. I didn't get that one. I forget what color. I think I went with white. I like to get white hoodies because I like to ruin them and buy new ones. After like the 3rd one, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to a different color now. But I do like white hoodies. But they usually get dirty, like stained. Maybe he should talk to the kickers the way things are going. I think he does talk to kickers. I think that was a joke, but it was pretty funny. Are you surprised the Packers are favored over the Eagles? A little bit. I'm actually surprised the Packers are favored like a couple games, like 13.5, 14.5, whatever it was. I think the Packers can win this game, but I am surprised that with all the talk about the Packers that it didn't go really down. I think the guys who, the people who set those actually know a little bit of ball. They know the Packers ain't done. They know what the Packers are capable of. Here we go, 2nd down and 9. They're going to hand this thing off, and the Genti, and he's going to get a loss of yards on that. Probably should have just kept it going downfield. He kind of cut it off left a little bit. I get white, eat spaghetti, and then throw them out. You know what I mean? I got a few hoodies just stained up with like drink some beers. Like, let's eat some sloppy joes. 3rd down and 11 over here. 14:07 to go in the 4th quarter. It's a 3-point ball game. They're going to be in shotgun. Who is this at quarterback? That's going to be incomplete. That was 2 of them, but that was dropped. Who is this at quarterback?
I think it said Preset or something like that. I thought it said on the back of his jersey.
Number 15 over here. Yeah. Let's see what Jesse's talking about. I still remember when reporters were counting us out in 2010 because we weren't playing good, and we went in and the 6th seed and went on the road to dominating the playoffs and came out on top with a Super Bowl win. I know it's early, but I'm going to say the famous words from the Rodgers. like we can run the table. You know what I mean? We'll talk more about that here in a second. We have a punt over here. It's going to go out of bounds about the 25-yard line. But that's what it is. It's not saying that the Packers are going to win a Super Bowl because like this didn't happen and that happened in 2010. It's the fact that in 2010, we weren't supposed to win a Super Bowl halfway through the season. The point is that you never know. So everyone counting the Packers out and Packer fans kind of, oh, this ain't going to happen because this and that. It could. I'm trying to see this penalty over here. What do they got here? Oh, he ran out of bounds and came back in. Didn't come back in quick enough. But yeah, so like you just never know. You never know. Sometimes you just got to spill it. You know what I mean? Spill it, pick it. All right, so here we go. We'll be right back after these messages. You know what I mean? I need a new beer.
Hey man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful, I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
That boy is good.
Good and terrible.
Today, Junior? Well, we're waiting.
All right, so we are back over here, 10-7 ball game. Hammer the chat. Let me know what you're thinking. You know what I mean? Kyle said, there's not an article of clothing I own that isn't stand-up. Not really sure what that means. You know what that means, Vinny?
Maybe that it's legit, awesome, great. I would assume.
There you go. I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, because, you know, Matt Ramage.
For now on, whenever I get confused, I'm just
awesome.
going to tap into Vinny. I never think about that.
I'll make it sound great for you. That's my job.
Usually I just stare to the camera looking stupid. But here we go. Chip 9 times, Max Crosby was. All right, so Smith's coming. Oh, I'm not even paying attention to the screen. Just getting beat up by Adam Sandler over here. But quick pass right side over here. They're showing Geno Smith coming out of the tent over there. So we're going to see if he comes back on the field. But it's second down here. 13:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Geno Smith is doing a little running and trying to get warmed up a little bit. Testing out the legs or whatever he's doing. Pickett is or was the quarterback. Oh, all right, I get you. I get what you're saying. Whenever I see Pickett, I think, spill it, Pickett. You know, Packers 2010 Super Bowl. We have a big throw over here. Bo Nix yeeting it down the field, incomplete. I think his wide receiver stopped short and just jumped and went over his hands. I think if he'd have kept going, it might have been a better situation for him. But it's 3rd down and 6.
Oh, you almost had it. You better be quicker than that.
I think that was a bad job on the wide receiver's part. Let's check the replay here. Yeah, he just, I feel like he just stopped early and jumped and miscalculated it. I gotcha. He said, hey, autocorrect gets me too. I feel like autocorrect doesn't even try anymore. Like, I feel like it used to be better. We're going backwards in the autocorrect world. Here we go, Bo Nix. He's got pressure. He's running right. He's going to run this, throw this thing right out of bounds, and that's going to be 4th down. The Broncos are up 10-7, and that's pretty much a gift. Look at Denver fans. They're not. They're not pleased. Ooh, that was one thumbs down. This bearded, bald-headed fella just shaking his head. I think Geno Smith's going to go back in. So 13 minutes to go. We got a punting situation here. This is rough. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's see if we have a return here on the punt. It's off. We're going to have a return here. He's about at the 18-yard line. He's going to run it back a little bit. He's trying to get to the 20. He gets to about the 21, and there's a flag on the play. So he'd have been better off just not doing that. It's probably going to be on them, and it's going to push it back even further. So all that just to get a penalty. I like and subscribe. How about you? You know what I mean? Everyone should be liking and subscribing. So that's on the receiving team. So that's going to be first down. But yeah, be sure to tap that like button, that subscribe button if you're not already. You know what I mean?
I'm stuck and I have to pee. No, I'm just stuck.
Matt, are you going to Holstein's Diner? It was the final scene of Sopranos. It's 15 minutes from the stadium. Tried to go before the game. That would be awesome. I would definitely like to check that out. Big fan of the Sopranos. You know what I mean? I think that'd be cool. I've seen videos about that, you know. So I'll probably end up there. This is like looking at birds at the zoo. First of all, that's a good time. You know what I mean? I like going to the zoo. I don't know, birds. I always think that's funny, like when like you're at the zoo and there's like animals in cages or like lions or whatever it is behind cages. Everything's behind a cage, but then birds are just flying around outside. Do you think they're taunting them? Like, hey, what's up, boss? We can just fly around and leave whenever. If there's like a lion's cage, they could just fly in and land on a tree and be like, hey, we can leave if we want. Peace out, dude. You know what I mean? Just fly all around it. That's what I would do if I was a bird. I would just hang around zoos and taunt all the animals who are locked up. But maybe don't fly too close to them. Jesse says, back when the Packers had the return to Titletown after the Super Bowl, when I got the Claymaker, a.k.a. Clay Matthews, to autograph and made it even more special day. I miss watching him fly around the field. Yeah, Clay Matthews was absolute fun to watch. He's hilarious now, even like on podcasts. I saw he was on a podcast with... I think Bussin' with the Boys it's called. I don't really listen to the podcast, but I follow him on social media. I see stuff. There were some funny clips. Clay Matthews is still hilarious. You know what I mean? How long you staying in New York? I'll be there for 5 days total. I'm leaving Thursday night or Thursday afternoon, whatever it is. And then I think we're coming back on the next Wednesday. So 5 more days. You should spend the night and sleep in the subway. Get the full experience. I don't think I'm going to do that. Like, hey, you just spend 1 day being homeless in New York. No, I'd rather not. You know what I mean? Don't need that in the old memory chamber. So here we go. Next Thursday, Drake May. The Patriots taking on the Jets. Dude, and then that's going to be a horrible game. Glad I'm not there for that.
Actually, I want to see if you fly back and forget Kevin. It'll be like Home Alone. You'd be on the plane screaming, Kevin!
No, dude, he did everything. I wouldn't even be able to get back. He like got all the tickets. He's got everything. I don't even know where I'm staying. So here we go. They're at the 10-yard line. They're down 3, 12:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Let's see if they can come back in this thing, and they're going to be play action. Geno Smith is back in the game. He's looking to throw. He throws it deep. He throws it right side. That's completed to the 35-yard line for a first down for the Las Vegas Raiders. And Geno Smith is back and got a little spark brewing. You know what I mean? Got a little spark brewing. Are you flying or driving? We are flying. I've never been on an airplane before, so we're going to fly this thing. I sure as heck ain't driving that far. I mean, I don't like driving in big cities to begin with. Like even like when I got to drive to Milwaukee, not a fan of it. You know what I mean? So I'm glad there'll be no driving going on. All right, so they're at the 35-yard line. He's going to be in shotgun, back to throw. Geno Smith's going to toss this off for a little screen over here to Mr. Gentine. He's got a little bit of room. He's going to get about 4 yards on this thing. It's going to be second down. We're inside 12 minutes to go in this ball game. Jets and Browns this weekend. now that's a horrible game. You know what I mean? There we go. That's great. You know what I mean? You should be interested. Never been in an airplane. I think that'll be like a wild part all by itself. Taking off that, you know what I mean? But it'll be all right. I'll probably have a few drinks at the airport, you know, and get loose a little bit. You know what I mean? That's what I was told to do. And you don't got to tell me twice. You know what I mean? Here we go. Geno Smith back to throw out a shotgun. He's got time, and he gets it. That's completed. Big time play right there off the old sideline right there. The old 17. That's Lockett. Oh, no. Geno Smith is on the ground again. He gets helped back up. He's limping around, though, dude. He's trying to put his body on the line for this team right here. This 2-win ball team, or football team. You know what I mean. I've flown a lot. You'll be fine. Yeah, I'm not worried about, like, dying or nothing. I just, I think it'll be wild, like the whole taking off thing. I'm not worried about it, like, crashing. That hardly ever happens. Or maybe one of those planes that just disappears and no one ever hears from again. They talk about it on the news for a while, and they're like, I don't know what happened there. That plane's just gone now.
I got a question.
Here we go.
For
First
you.
down and 10. Meanwhile, on an island, everyone's getting eaten. But here we go. They're going to run it up the middle. Nothing there for about a yard gain.
I got a question for you, Matt. If it does happen and they make a TV movie about you, who do you want to play you in the TV movie?
I mean, dude, Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Yeah, he can make me seem like I'm kind of like clever and smooth and suave. You know what I mean? And skinny. It's not going to be a true representation, but he'd be like, I got to have some like lines, like, you know, like some really good quotes, like inspire the group. A quick pass over here by the Raiders. That's going to be a wide receiver screen, and it goes to nothing like they always do. About 1 yard on that thing. But
here's the big question: who plays Kevin?
Who plays Kevin? You know, that guy who was in like remember that movie when they're like the Independence Day, when the guy who figured it out, the scientist guy. That's who should play Kevin. I forget his name. He was in Jurassic Parks and all that stuff too.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. That's who should play Kevin.
Oh yeah,
that guy's awesome. First of all, here we go. 3rd down and 8. They're gonna be in shot, and he's got a man to his left. Now they got some motion going on over here. 9:30 to go in the 4th quarter. He's back to throw. Geno Smith, the pocket's collapsing. He tries to get rid of it. He does not. He goes down for the sack. He's hurting, dude. Be sure to bring gum to help relieve ear pressure, which can be very painful, and cabin pressure change. Gum can really help you. I'm going to do that. I've seen a lot of people saying that. I hope I don't forget about that. But
so Kevin is Jeff Goldblum.
yeah. Jeff Goldblum. Dude, Jeff Goldblum is awesome.
He's awesome. Yeah, I agree.
When you figure out what hotel y'all are staying in, I would suggest the Hilton because they take care of their customers very well. Also love staying there at hotels no matter where I travel. Yeah, he kind of hooked that up. He already got it set up. I'm sure it's a good one. And they're punting, but the flags come flying in. You wouldn't know it from the lack of the producer production, but you had one job.
You could.
That's gonna be a false start.
You could go see the pigeon lady from Home Alone.
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, you know, down there in Central Park. Yeah,
we call it the freak show. Here we go.
Especially the sequel. The sequel was horrible. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Scroll on, make sure I didn't miss any of the comments over here. We have a punt. 8:42 to go in the 4th quarter. Here comes the punt, and will we have a return here? And that's going to be out of bounds, I think. He's going to kick. Oh, no, it stays in. That's going to be a touchback. 384 folks watching live across all the place right now. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? One person on Twitch. One person's enough. You know what I mean? Not Home Alone 2 video. Home Alone 2 was trash. Dude.
Yeah. Yes.
It was just straight trash. All right, we're going to be right back after these messages, people. I'll be right back. Give me a second.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolet.
The Ultimate fan would know that the Packers played their first ever road game in Ishpeming, Michigan.
An Ultimate fan would know that Coach LaFleur was the 15th head coach and that he won 7 out of his first 8 games.
If anyone should decide who the Ultimate Packers fan is, I should make that call.
Coach LaFleur?
Could you make the cut and become the Kwik Trip Ultimate Packers fan presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar?
One lucky fan will win a prize pack that includes 50 grand and 2 tickets to every Packers home and away game next season. Full rules at QuikTrip.com/sweepstakes.
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolet Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolet! It's Nicolet! Nicolet Law!
Alrighty. Let's get right back to the chat over here. Aaron says, are you streaming Steelers Chargers Sunday night? Yes, that's the game we're doing. Sunday Night Football and then Monday Night Football. So come hang out Sunday night. Steelers Chargers, you know what I mean? Watch Aaron Rodgers sliding that thing around the old field. Yeah.
Yes.
The hardest part of flying is peeing in those tiny outhouses. I drink way too much on flights. Peeing is not recommended. No, I got to go in there. I got to figure it out. You know what I mean? I want to see it. I want to experience the whole thing. I might drop a deuce in there even if I ain't got to go. You know what I mean? Just because I don't know where it happens, where it goes. And I want me to be everywhere. You know what I mean? Many places as possible. First down and 10, 8:35 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a 3-point ball game. You know what I mean? This is a real barn burner we got brewing here. Bo Nix. He's going to be in shotgun. He's got a man to his right. The Raiders had an opportunity right there. They had to. That defense got to show up again. Bo Nix going to toss this thing right side on a screen. Not going to be a lot there, dude. Not a lot there. It's going to be second down. Stacy said, all the delays happening now, you should be nice and trash for the plane ride. Yeah. We will see. Hopefully there's not too many delays. If you smell what the Rock is cooking. Is that what you're getting at right there? You know what I mean? I've never pooped on a flight. You see, you're not living life, bro. Second down and 5. Here we go. Bo Nix going to be in shotgun. He's going to hand this thing off. They're going to try to run the middle. Nothing there, dude. Shoot up. That's going to be third down and 5.
Just as long as it doesn't throw the autopilot off, like there's suddenly more weight in the plane.
Unreal. There seems to be a shift. Has anyone eaten Taco Bell in the last 12 hours? So Geno Smith just went back into the tent. So that ain't good for Raiders. 7:25 to go in the fourth quarter. I was going to have Taco Bell today when I was out and about. I chose not to because I wasn't sure. I was kind of far from home. You know what I mean? All right, Bo Nix back to throw. Oh, that's going to be popped in the air, intercepted by the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Raiders have the ball. He's down, but they're running down the field, going to celebrate because that's what defenses like to do these days. And they're in the end zone dancing around, and I think it's funny when defenses do that. They'll like run 60 yards down the field to celebrate. But Geno Smith is limping to get back on the field, dude. I think they might, I don't know, I think the NFL might pull him out at some point. When you see guys obviously hurt playing. He's had pooped in several airports. Dude, all right, let's move on. He's just like, Iowa Joe says, Ramage is going to get sucked down the airplane. That's the thing you got to worry about right there. You know what I mean? You don't know where that hole goes. Plus, I don't want to be in there too long. You know, I don't like to hurry my poops because then they'd start, hey, sir, are you okay? I don't need that in my life. All right, the Raiders are going to run this thing up the middle for about 7 yards, 8 yards with Genty. Let's go. We have ourselves a football game going on right here. You know what I mean? Just don't say hi to anyone named Jack. All right, I won't ask questions. I'll just take that as some advice. Second and 4, 6:47 to go in the fourth quarter over here. 3-point ball game.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Here we go. Is that Geno? He's in. He's going to hand this thing off to Genty. And they're going to push him. He's going to be a first down for the Raiders over here and let Genty eat. You know what I mean? My fantasy running back getting after it. We're going to need to get him a touchdown. You know, if the Raiders are going to win this game, they're going to need a touchdown. And they're going to need that to be to Genty. It could be a long rushing touchdown. That's my preferred method. You know what I mean? Or they can throw it to him. They can direct snap it to him. I do not care. They just need to put Geno down in that blue tent. He was in there a couple of times, but now he's on the field over here. It's first down and 10. They're about the 35-yard line. He's going to hand this thing off to Genty again, and he's going to try to keep her moving near the 30-yard line. But a 3-yard gain, I would think. I like Chris Farley and Tommy Boy. Remember that old lady? Are you hammered? What's going on, Ivan? 2nd and 7 over here. 5:35 to go. Chip Kelly up there, just still coaching stuff over there, huh? Offensive coordinator for the Raiders. Look how they circle him in case you didn't realize who they were talking about. Like there was a whole bunch of people in that thing. Oh, here we go. Geno Smith's going to be under center. He's got Jonty in the backfield. He's going to hand the ball off to Jonty, and he's going to knock it a lot there, dude. They kind of know what's coming over here, but that's going to be about a yard. It's going to be 3rd down. I respect the fact they're trying to feed that rock, but also I think that Geno's hurt. And I'm not sure how much they trust what he can do. Yet he's limping around, dude. I don't know. This is a 2-6 ball team. You know what I mean? Get him out. 3rd down and 6. Here we go. Geno Smith's going to be in shotgun. He's switching some stuff up at the line. Genty's to his right. He's got a man in motion. 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And he's got pressure immediately. And he just throws it out of bounds. I think he might have still took a hit. I'm not sure if he did or not. But, nope, not hammered. Just trying to improve my chat so my wife doesn't chew my butt. Jesse says, I remember that Packers and Bears game, and the Bears played hurt our Rodgers in that game, and lots of people thought it was over, and Rodgers came back after halftime and came back to beat the Bears 24-23 on the last play that Randall Cobb scored to win a stand. That was a wild game. I do remember that game very, very clearly. My phone was just going off the whole first half. Everyone was just trolling me. Then after they came back, I talked a lot of trash. Here we go. Here comes a field goal. It's up, and it's no good, dude. It's wide right. Wide right. How horrible, dude. Dude, Denver is playing like trash, and they're going to end up winning this game. Absolutely unbelievable. Almost had it. Is absolutely right. Anders Carlson's brother. Yeah, and he's a better one, too. But that was horrible right there, dude. Like, the Raiders, like, dude, I feel like the Broncos are just trying to hand you this game. Like, here, just take it. And they're like, no, I don't want that. I don't want it like this. I want to earn it myself. And they're just not doing it, dude. You know what I mean? But, yeah. So what do you think, Vinny?
I don't know. I kind of like that comment about the Bears game. It's got me kind of fired up a little bit for something. I think you know where I'm going with this.
I don't know where you're going with that, but let me know what you think.
You get a beer, Kwik, okay? Everybody, you know what's going to happen here in just a second. As soon as he comes back. Yes. See how he's taking his time real quick? If he,
I have a beer right here.
Oh, okay. I'm going to make you do it now. You know that.
We'll see what happens.
Here we go.
The Bears still suck. Let them back, dude. Why do I got it?
The Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. Really,
love the effort.
That's all you get, dude. A long day. I gave the same effort that they gave. You know what I mean? There we go. Aaron said that the Raiders probably win. I hope they do. It's not looking good though, dude. I feel like they were giving it, but not looking good right here. They're down 3, just missed a field goal. But there we go. My cat is still stressing down here. That is not an actual cat. My cat doesn't meow that long. But so Vinny.
Yes, sir.
Enough of the sounds. All right, let's focus.
Yes.
Here. Let's dial in.
Get professional. Yes. Okay.
What do you think of this game? Who's going to win this ball game? Right now, I want to know right now.
The Broncos are going to win it because the Raiders have, like you said, they've been getting gifts and they just haven't cashed in. So,
yeah, it's been a pretty boring game. I ain't gonna lie to you. 389 folks, now 390 folks watching live across all the place right now. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Ooh, one person on Kick is watching. One person on Kick. There we go. Are you streaming Steelers Chargers Sunday night? I absolutely am. Come hang out Sunday Night Football. Watch Aaron Rodgers. The Broncos are running it left side. They're going to get about an 8-yard gain on that thing. Jets Patriots next Thursday. Ick. Yeah, you know what I mean? I won't be live streaming that anyways. I'll be off. I'm away to New York. I'll probably be in New York by then. Maybe I'll watch it. And I'll be like a Jets fan, you know what I mean? You got to be cool. You got to, yeah. You know what I mean? Just try to get it on everyone's side. Be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Raiders win by 3, said Ivan. All right, we're going to find out right here. We have 2nd down and 2. 3:48 to go in the 4th quarter. Bo Nix is going to be under center. He's going to be heading this thing off, and they're going to try to run this thing in nothing there, dude. Might have got a couple feet. I don't think it was a full yard, but it's 3rd down now. He's got a dirty jersey. He's been getting after it today. Hopefully MVS plays, you know what I mean? Shout out to MVS. Get after it. 3:20 to go in the 4th quarter. 3rd down and 1. The Broncos just want to put this thing away. Then they can go in the press conference like, yeah, we played, but we got to play better. We got a lot to clean up. You know what I mean? Play action, but there's no one in there to play action to. But he got this thing completed down the sideline. Big chunk of play yards right there near the 30-yard line, and that's huge right there. 3 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, and it's 1st down and 10. And just called Daniel with some kicking tips. That's not nice, Ivan. That's not nice. Look at wife with the proof. We got to keep Ivan on his toes over here. Ivan has dirty undies. What's going on?
Yes! Hell yeah!
All right, here we go. Let's get it moving over here. 3 minutes to go. It's 1st down and 10. Oh, they got pressure immediately. He just spiked the thing to the ground. How is it? Yeah, there's a flag on that. That's got to be intentional grounding. He's saying somebody was there. Oh, encroachment, they're calling that on.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Gotta be nice, dude. Max Crosby. I like Max Crosby, though. He's like a maniac. 1st and 5. 3 minutes to go at the 30-yard line. Bo Nix going to be under center. They got an I formation. He's going to hand this thing off. Oh, left side and then close to the 1st down marker. I don't think he's going to get there, though. I think it's going to be 2nd down if they mark it correctly. No, it's going to be short. Crosby getting hungry. So am I, you know what I mean? Starving, in fact. 2nd and inches over here. Looks like an I formation again. Bo Nix going to be under center. They got 25 yards or so to go to the end zone. And they're going to hand this thing off. Just going to bust this thing. What? You just got to get across the line. It's short. Go north and south. What are you doing trying to bounce it? I don't want to say he bounced it, but he kind of veered right. If you just go up the middle and let them tackle you and fall forward for a first down, like, dude, I should be in the NFL. I feel like I know I could do it. I just don't have the body for it. You know what I mean?
That guy just like ran up to the line and just kind of like this, and you know.
Yeah. I don't get it, dude. Like, just go forward, get the first down. Now it's 3rd down and inches over here. Now, Ivan's a fantastic fella, dude. He's a fantastic fella. How about no? 3rd down. 3rd down and inches. I don't know why I'm getting yelled at. Everyone loves you, Ivan. We're just having fun, you know what I mean? Come on, Phil. Say something nice.
Ivan's a great guy.
What?
Ivan's a great guy. I like Ivan.
3rd and inches. Here we go. Bo Nix going to be under center. He's going to try to just fall forward over here for a first down. I think he got it. I like how the Raiders players are just instantly 4th down. Clearly fell forward. 1st down and 10, 2:18 to go in the 4th quarter. And there's a timeout by the Raiders. Pete Carroll just retired, dude. You know what I mean? Just retire.
I think he still coaches because he doesn't like his wife. He doesn't want to be home. You know?
There's some reason. Yeah, dude, they had opportunities there. I don't know. There were some bad coaching decisions in this Raiders game. Just play calling, I don't know. They had it going for a little bit, you know what I mean? That first drive, and then I don't know. This whole game just irritates me. Like, as a Raiders fan, like, you got to be just like freaking out. Like, it's got to be so frustrating to be able to, you know, the Broncos are 7-2, like you had them in your sights and just couldn't get it done. Defense did their job for sure.
You know, we discussed this earlier, and we said this is going to be a dumpster fire, and
I figured the Broncos would throw up some points, so I thought it'd be some points being thrown up. That was not the case. 17 total points. They're going to be handing this thing off. We're going to run up the middle inside the 20-yard line here. There we go.
That's going to be it. Yeah, 1st down, and it's over. That's
See? Always listen to your wife, Ivan. Always listen to your wife. She's very wise.
See, that's a man. That came from a man who's been married for a long time.
Pete Carroll is the Trident assassin. So here we go. Yeah, a lot of dumb plays on both sides of the ball for both teams. We had a blocked punt earlier. You know what I mean? This was a weird game. A lot of, you know, some missed field goals. Some bad stuff. 1 interception, 1 blocked punt, 9 penalties, 1 missed field goal, 1 touchdown negated by penalty. That's your Las Vegas Raiders tonight, dude. Horrible. I was kind of rooting for them a little bit, you know what I mean? And this is what you do? 397 folks watching live right now across all the places. I appreciate you, people. 1 person on Kick, 1 person on Twitch. You know what I mean? That's all we need in life. You know what I mean? Pete Carroll chomps on the gum to avoid chomping on the web. I think he just always thinks he's on an airplane. He's just like, let me get all the gum. I saw like a skit one time a long time ago, like when they were doing their thing, and then it was Pete Carroll walking into a store, and they're like, he's like, where's the gum? And they're like, how much do you want? And he's like, all of it. That's one thing I remember. 2-minute warning over here, 2nd down and 3. And Bo Nix is going to be under center. A little I formation. They're going to try to pound this rock a little bit. That's what you think anyways, until they play action.
First down ends a game.
And they're going to run it left side. He's got a hole, and that's going to be a first down to the 12-yard line. And that's going to do... Dude, horrible job by the Raiders in this game. The Broncos did not deserve to win this game. But that's what I say about deserving. Everyone talks about this team doesn't deserve it. That team doesn't deserve it. It's not about deserve. It's about what happens, dude. And sometimes, dude, you play horribly, you win the game. Sometimes you play horribly, you lose the game. Sometimes you play good and you lose the game. You know what I mean? That's just every given Sunday how the ball bounces. And the Raiders should have had this game, but the Broncos are able to get it. So the Broncos are going to go to 8-2. And
Look out, man.
You know, I'm just getting punched in the face over here. I'm saying some deep stuff right here.
Look out, man.
Well, wait.
Get him, man. Get him.
Hell out of here. Get the hell out of here, Snoop.
Gotta have some fun tonight. This was like a game I'm trying to stay awake on.
Unreal. He grabs a whole pouch of big league chew. Remember that stuff, dude?
That stuff was good. The grape big league chew. Oh.
Bob and weave. Bob and weave.
Bob and weave. There you go.
So there we go. That's the ball game. 3-point win by the Denver Broncos. Horrible football game. The NFL should be embarrassed that people watch this for 3 hours straight.
Here,
and then for the Raiders to lose this game is just stupid.
Here's the highlight of the game right here. Right here, folks. Right here. See?
Horrible. All right. We're going to wrap this thing up. Thanks for watching me. Almost had 400 people watching live. 397. That's not too bad. You know what I mean? I appreciate everyone who's watching, hanging out with us. Hammer in the chat. Philly Boy, of course. Phil says, sorry, Vinny, I was out for the second and third quarter. Yeah, he got a life, you know what I mean? Deb said, I tuned in earlier, tuned out because I thought the Broncos would destroy the Raiders. Watch the movie instead. Go Pack, go. Gotta win on Sunday. Absolutely. Hey, you know what I mean? I don't blame you at all. I would have rather watched the movie than watch this game. But I had fun hanging out with everyone. Shout out to Ryan over here. He's been hanging with us. Thanks for watching it. You know what I mean? I'm glad, we kind of made it a little bit better, hanging out with us. I appreciate you. I feel crashes and burns. But no, you got killed. You know what I mean? Don't say thanks yet. Here we go. And shout out to Stacy as well. And Ivan and his wife. You know what I mean? I watched you, not the game. Thank you, Matt and Vinny. Oh, there you go. So watching me and not the game. That hits you right in the feels.
Everybody's awesome. Thank you.
No, shout out to Ivan, shout out to his wife, shout out to everyone in the chat, shout out to Aaron. And we're going to be out of this thing. I could say this all day. Go Pack, go. Let's get this done. And come hang out. We're not live tomorrow because I got a thing going on. What's that? Sunday Night Football.
Sunday night. Yep.
Sunday Night Foosball. Aaron Rodgers. Come watch. Come hang out. There we go. Go Pack, go.